Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can be one of the first to get the videos as soon as it uploads to YouTube. Hey, family, listen, man, I got to go ahead and get into this live stream right now. So there's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Welcome to TLP Live at Noon. I am your host, Harry B. That's Harry Billion. That is right. What a great time to be a Colorado Buffaloes fan. And also, what a great time to be a Colorado Buffaloes Deion Sanders hater. Man, we all great. It's all great on both sides. This is a great time because you had the microphone. We took it back. And listen, there's going to be a dominant effect coming. Things are going to happen real soon. Things are happening everywhere. But welcome to the show anyways. Haters, lovers, and in-betweeners, whoever you are, I want to welcome you to the show. All right? Listen, man, this is how this show works. This show is about you. It's about you hearing your voice. It's about us hearing your voice. It's about your voice, okay? You are the expert here, all right? You're expert commentator. You're an expert opinionator. Whatever you are, you get the opportunity to call in, or you can stay in the chat if you don't mind. If you want to call in, right above your head or right above my head right here, you can email me, hottipsfortlpsports@gmail.com. Email me. I'm going to send you a link, and that link, you can then click on it. When I see you come on in the waiting room, I invite you to the show, and we can have a conversation about whatever is going on today. Today is Free for All Friday, okay? But yes, I think I have retrieving, all right? But they're retreating, not retrieving. My bad. I had to change it real quick. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Let me say hello to my guests before we get too deep into the show. VHF, what up with you? Timothy Smith, how you doing today? Dallas in the house. Big Dog G, what up with you? Angela Gaines, what up with you? Buff Boulder City, what up with you? All right. That boy Rico, you back again, what up with you? Hey, man, it's going to be a good show. Fridays are usually a good show. it's somebody's payday. So y'all a little happier, y'all a little bit, in a better mood on Friday because at least it's about to be the weekend or somebody got paid. And usually we get people calling in that want to join the show and want to get their opinions out there so everybody can understand where you stand as far as a Buff fan. So I'm going to put the email thing right here so that when I see emails come through, they'll just pop up. But today's a pretty good show. Today's a pretty good day. And it's a great day to be a Buff fan. There's a lot of things going on around the Buffs. Coach Prime, Colorado. I don't know if you've ever been to Boulder, but you should take a trip to Boulder. If you are a fan and you have an opportunity or you get an opportunity to go to Boulder, you should just take that trip, okay? It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful place. And I've been there. I've definitely been there, and it's great out there. Take a trip out there, and you will understand why Buff fans are so up on this team, all right? So there's a lot going on, okay? Now, if you don't remember yesterday, or if you haven't been around, yesterday Coach Prime was able to unveil a secret that he was holding for a little bit, and that was Jordan Seaton, a high schooler coming in at like 6'5", all right? 6'5", rated 5-star plus. Usually when you are 5-star plus, you check all the boxes, and when they say plus or when they add that plus, that means you got everything checked and some. So Coach Prime was able to secure him. Now, he's a high school student, so I don't know if he's going to be ready to play immediately, but that's what the projections are. he should be ready to play immediately. And depending on the way that I look at it, his attitude and his stature, his build, he's a ready-made player, and there shouldn't be a lot of what do you say? There shouldn't be that a lot of time for him to start playing, because for the most part, these kids, when they come in and they're rated that high, that means that they know how to play the game already. They've gone through all the schematics. They've gone through everything that they need to know, the basic steps of playing football. So for the most part, it's not always football. It's usually something else. Mentality. It's your mindset. Can you develop into a dog? Do you already have that dog mentality and you're just missing a few steps to get to that next level that you need to be? Because this, obviously, it is college. So every young man that comes to the program or goes into a college program, whatever they did in high school, the competition was always unfair. Because if you go, depending on what high school you go to, especially like an IMG, where IMG Academy, where Jordan Seaton is from, you're playing with high level people who are going to these D1 schools. So the other teams that you play are probably not going to be, what I'm saying, up to par, and you're probably going to dominate. But so when you come to college, right? When you come to college, there's usually like a few steps that you have to take, because you got to keep in mind that the college level, especially the Division One FBS football bowl subdivision level, this is where all the NFL guys, or for the most part, most of the NFL guys are going to be coming from. So so now you're on this level where everybody is equal to you. You got all Jordan Seatons, you got all Travis Hunters, you know what I'm saying? You got all Jimmy Horns, Xavier Weavers, okay? You got all of those people. So, and even more. So now you're kind of like on a team where everybody's sort of like equal. But then what happens? The dog in you has to start barking. Like, all right, bro, I know you 6'5". I'm 6'5". All right, bro, I see that. You about 310. I'm 310. Oh, I'm 308. I can get to 310 real easily. Eat a few steaks and start working out. I'm gonna get there. And then if all of that equals, right? Then what's next? You got to start barking. Right? Where you at? What's your mentality? Are you gonna take it serious? I know that you have extracurricular things that are going on. Your family's talking in your ear. You're hearing other things from other programs. Your girl's not, is not acting correct. All right, your man's in them that was in high school, you can't really get at them no more, because D1 schedule, it's like, yo, man, D1 schedule is something crazy. So you're dealing with a lot more than we don't normally think about, the things that D1 athletes are dealing with. All right, study hall, because you are at a university, you got to study and you got to maintain your grade. So it's not going to be easy, right? You got that you got to deal with. And now you got to deal with other people who have other dreams that are a little bit ahead of you because you're coming out of high school. So when you get to that place, the people who shine are the people who want it more. That's what it boils down to. That's what I always try to make sure that we get in our brains, because at the end of the day, we get excited for somebody coming, and then when their development is not up to par or it's not where it needs to be yet, our grace level is not always where it needs to be. So we need to make sure that we understand that there is development that needs to take place first, even with a Jordan Seaton, because he's not coming in dealing with people that he was dealing with in high school anymore. Now he's dealing with a bunch of other Jordan Seatons. He's dealing with the Lawrence Taylors. He's dealing with the other lineman that wants to take the quarterback's head off. So he's dealing with those people. And it's a lot of them. On every team, there's one of those people. So let's make sure that we know and put it in our mind to get ready for the season, understanding the dynamics that must take place. We're not the only ones, okay? We are not the only ones. Where I'm not trying to curb our enthusiasm and say don't get excited. I'm just saying let's understand that at this level, there's going to be a lot of us. There's going to be a lot of them, all right? And let's make sure that the development, just like Kwamani McLean, and somebody like Travis Hunter, they're ready to play. Now, if Jordan Seaton he snaps into, I'm a dog already, I'm ready to bark and I'm ready to growl, then we got one, all right? But if we don't get that, just like in Kwamani McLean, let's have a little bit of patience and let these young men develop. Okay, because when they develop, they're developing with us, and hopefully they stay with us, depending on whatever the transfer portal glimmers and all of those things, gold and all that. Hopefully they stick with us with the development, and then they start to shine. And when they start to shine, man, football is beautiful. Football is beautiful, man. I'm telling you, when you get the right pieces in, and they start to shine, I'm telling you, man, the fan base will go crazy. I guarantee you. How you doing out there? How you doing out there? KMS, what up with you? Somebody was talking KMS. Somebody was talking down on Seaton. I make sure I got some coffee today. I'm ready. East Coast Calf, what up with you? Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. You've been a blessing, man. You've been a true blessing. Thank you so much. I want Warren Sapp to go on ESPN when gets ready to announce his new job, just like Jordan Seaton did. Yo, Jordan Seaton dominated social media yesterday. He dominated the sports news cycle. That's what everybody was talking about. Harry B, Buff Boulder City, Buff Boulder. I gotta keep that in Buff Boulder City. Harry, how you feeling about Bo Carter flipping soon to Colorado? Well, Blue Carter was somebody that we've been talking about. I talked about Blue Carter like here. So I don't know. That wouldn't be a flip. He was for us for a minute, and then he decided not to be for us. But I don't disparage anyone because I know that like the crazy 25ers, the 25ers decommitting is like it's weird. So but I don't know. Blue Carter was for us for a minute. We've been bigging him up for a minute, and I wouldn't see it as flipping for us. I would just see it as him coming back home where he belongs. That's how I see it. But East Coast Cav, man, I really see Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp has already been on TV. Right? Warren Sapp is the man. So he's already, Go Jackets get to pick what show they want to go on. So whatever they choose to go, I'm all for it. All right. Man, I want us to be responsible, man. I really want us to be responsible. I want us to I told you that Sean Lewis couldn't relate to these players. Oh, so okay, Bo. EB. Remind me of what we were talking about. I think you mentioned something about relatability, and you said I disagree with you. I don't remember. I don't know what I disagreed about. Because I think when you say something like that, me and you can disagree. I mean, me and you can probably agree. Because I'm always on that mind frame where people can kind of get an idea of, no, I think we were talking about something different. Good morning, Peter Investor. Good morning. Good afternoon for me on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, it's good morning, guys. So remind me, EB, what were we disagreeing on? Because I don't want to go in and not know exactly what where we were disagreeing on. I think we disagreed on something, but I don't remember exactly the details. San Diego State is an early crystal development football team. Well, what does that mean, bro? Buff Boulder City. What does that mean? We were talking about two who relate to the black players more. I think you're jotting my memories, and I think I remember. But I think the position that I was taking was that you were saying something about something about the hood or somebody being from the hood. If that's not you, let me know. Like, I think that's what it was. I don't think that he can't relate to the ninjas. I think that's what it was. I think he can relate to the ninjas because the position that you were speaking of, and I said I couldn't ride was are there like real hood dudes or real like hungry black dudes like from Jackson State that can relate? I think like, yeah, when you get a bunch of black people on a team, because football is always going to be heavy blacks. That's just how it is in football. It's not racist. It's just heavy. You're going to get heavy blacks in the most skillful positions. They're going to be heavily black. So for me to say that Sean Lewis at Kent State didn't have some ninjas in Kent State and he couldn't relate to them, that's what I said I couldn't ride. I can't ride on that. So he said it on ESPN. He said he couldn't relate to the players. I don't remember him saying that. Put me on again, because I don't remember saying that. I don't remember Sean Lewis saying I couldn't relate to black players, specifically like saying I can't relate to black players, only white players. That'll be weird for him to be successful at Kent State and say I can't relate to black players. Uh, uh, he can't relate. I don't know. If you have time, man, call in so we can talk about it, because in the comments it's kind of like it's a little different in the comments. So if you got time to call in, hot tips for TLP Sports at gmail.com. Guys, listen, man. It's Friday. This is when you get this talk your talk. It's Friday. Colorado we ended the week, all right? Because you guys know that Thursday it starts the weekend, right? Thursday starts the weekend. So we started the weekend off with a boom. We lit the internet, we shut the internet down. So people like haters were hiding. Y'all seeing that you're seeing that Bart Simpson meme, not Bart Simpson, but his dad, where he retreats back into the woods or into the gardens. Like, I feel like haters were just a little quiet yesterday, and then today I don't really see them. So you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm preparing for the show, when I get to watch different shows and I get to go into the comments and to prepare my mind to start talking, I don't really see the haters today. Maybe did something happen? Did Georgia win something? Like, usually when something big happened else outside of Colorado, the haters are kind of busy, attending to that, and then you don't hear them. But they were mad heavy until the news dropped, and then it was like, uh-oh, he might got one, because if he gets IMG, if he gets the kid from IMG, and then his uncle knows other beasts, this might start something that we're not ready for. I think that's what the haters are afraid of. They're hiding today, EB. They are hiding. Oh, Carolina boy said we still here. Hey, Carolina boy, why are you afraid to come on live and talk to me? I really would like to talk to you, because you know what I'm saying? Drama sells. Come on, man. Let's create some drama together. You and me. Just you and me. Call in. Come on, man. You know I keep it respectful and classy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Come on. Come on. What? I can call you CB. That's my Christian brother. But come on, Carolina boy. Let's come on. Let's talk. Yo, but you're like one though. You're alone right now. So you got to be careful, because the haters that hiding today, I don't see a lot of them in here. Usually I'll see it. They'll be the first ones to come in here and say, Harry B, you don't know what you're talking about. But I haven't seen them. So you got to be careful today. You're going to get jumped. And y'all better not mess with Angela Gaines. What? And Love Moves. Y'all be, oh boy, what? Be careful. You might get jumped today. As long as we don't no violence, it's all good. I don't need backup. Okay, then come on then. If you're about that life, I love it. So let me make sure I keep the email open so I can see y'all when y'all call me, hit me up. Yo. EB with the heavy predictions. Here we go. There's always one of them. There's always that one EB, boy. They're mad because we winning that natty next year, 100. Oh, gosh. Oh, Evie, I wish I could ride with you on that one. We get too excited. We like Coach Prime. We get too excited, then we start saying stuff. Did y'all hear Coach Prime said, man, listen, I made some mistakes, and you know what I'm saying? I've learned some lessons, and there's certain things that I got to be more patient on. I was like, man, that's what's up. I appreciate that. I really appreciate Coach Prime saying that. I respect that. I respect Coach Prime because, I mean, obviously, I've been said I respect Coach Prime, but I appreciate the man that he is. When somebody can like be so boastful and be so energetic and be so bombastic, and then somewhere in there they're like, yo, I'm learning some things too. Like when he was on with the creators, and he's like one of the only coaches to have creators on a Zoom call. And I'm like, wow, this guy is really special. You see what I'm saying? I would have loved to be on the show, but I don't know if I have that trust factor with him yet. I don't know if I have that thing with him yet, and he probably can't trust me, and he thinks like the information he'll put out, I may not treat it the right way, which I definitely understand because I have taken some critical positions, and I rather keep my anonymity. I rather keep my critical position because it keeps me fresh and who I am and true to myself. So if we don't have that yet, then that's cool. But I love the fact that he does that, and it's like, man, to give people an opportunity to come on with you. Nobody else does that. No other coach is doing that. You know what I'm saying? And he's opening a lot of doors for people. He's actually changing the landscape of how the big guys deal with the little guys. He's the only one that I see doing that because no other time would you get anyone that's on such a big stage that has such a big light on them to reach down and greet YouTubers or to just reach down and just greet somebody who's like in the trenches writing articles and just saying, "Hey, man, Coach Prime is good. I like Coach Prime." For him to reach in the trenches, down in the gutter, maybe we're not in the gutter, but I mean, for him to reach down and say, "I want to pull you up. I want to give you a light to shine." You don't really see that often. People don't really want to shine their light on things that are not on their level per se. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that, and I just wanted to say that, man. This guy's a different human being. He's a different dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you appreciate him. And when people hate him, I'm like, yo, okay, so if you hate him, what other coaches do you see doing that? I mean, we can talk about the different reasons why you hate him. You think he's doing the devil's work, like Wrench Beater says he's doing, and you may hate him. But for our community, for people like that look like me and that look like some of y'all, for us to get an opportunity to talk to somebody or for somebody like that to just shine some light in our corner where we kind of stay in obscurity, you don't see that often. People don't share their light with people that are not on their level. You usually see that with like bigger platform. Now, when he was talking to the creators and he had RJ on, I think RJ was probably the more polished analyst on that panel. But then you had Uncle Neely, and then you had Big Dog Chico, and you had Colin. So it's like, wow, for Colin and Big Dog Chico, I mean, I don't know their resumes, but I haven't really seen them on this bigger platforms. But like somebody like RJ who's with Fox or FS1, I think, to be in that group, it's such a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to glean. I'm gonna use Coach Brown's word. You get to glean from like an RJ or Uncle Neely, or you know what I'm saying, and you're in the presence of people who have done great things or greater things than yourself, and just to be there is a blessing. So I looked at that and I'm like, Coach Brown provided that opportunity, and that's why he's the GOAT. That's why some of us admire him so much, because you don't. I mean, even though I wasn't invited, but I can look at it and I'm like, man, my pastor preached a message one time, to Tyrone Stevenson in Brooklyn, from Hope City Church in Brooklyn. If you get an opportunity to visit Hope City Church in Brooklyn, um, and he said, if you're not on that stage, if you're not there yet, but you see people around you getting blessed, just know that you are running with the horses. Just know that when it gets that close to you, know that when it comes to your doorstep and it's that close to you, just know that you're in good company. Just know that your time is coming. And when I see that, I'm like, wow, because you never know when you're starting small, when you're 11,500 subscribers, and you're kind of climbing this ladder. For you to see your crowd, what we call in Liberia your crowd boy, or people in your crowd, people that are still on your level, for you to see them being blessed, you will be, it'll behoove you not to be happy for them, not to be envious or not to be jealous of them, but to be genuinely happy for them, to have that heart like, wow, I'm so happy for them because I know that they are on my level, or at least they're touchable. You see what I'm saying? Colin is a great dude. Big Dog Chico, they're great dudes. Like when you reach out to them, when you say, hey, when you comment on their videos, they don't tell you get out of here. They don't want to see you, blah, blah, blah. It's like they're good people. Colin is a Christian brother, just like I am. and they're good people. And to see good people getting blessed, it's like they don't have a big head, pause, but they don't, they don't get all out of here because Coach Prime talked to me, so I can't talk to you like some creators would. Man, Coach Prime is the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT for that. I mean, with all his flaws and with every criticism that I can levy on him and his son holding the ball too daggone long and not knowing how to hand off, with all of that, you got to respect it. You got to respect it. And man, sometimes it's like, yo, thank God that I can say that. Because sometimes when you get to know somebody, like you can't say that no more. You can't say, Shador, you're holding the ball too long anymore. Now when you get to know Coach Prime. So maybe I'm kind of happy just being able to stay over here and say, he don't know how to hand the ball off. But anyways. How you doing today, man? All right, Carolina, what you got? Committing to Prime is like the graveyard for your football career. You think Coach Prime is Diddy? Carolina boy, do you think Coach Prime is Bad Boy Records? I would like for you to explain that. How is Coach Prime related to Diddy? Capio, what up with you? Angela Gaines, you know you are a gem on this channel. Where is light and positivity? There's always someone in that chat that darkens and of course. Of course. All right, Ronnie, I got you. Ronnie's gonna be our first invite. He's gonna be our first guy. But Carolina boy, you think Coach Prime is like Diddy? That's an interesting take. I want to know why you think he's like Diddy, because nobody like signing with Diddy is like death. It's like a death trap. At least that's how the industry thinks, because he's gonna play around with your career. So it's an interesting take, and I'm interested in knowing why you think that. Do you just troll, or do you really have, like Carolina boy? Are you one of the trollers that just troll and say things just for agitation purposes, or do you really have like a specific, like, can you back up what you're saying so I can learn? Because I want to respect what you're saying. Because if you're like Coach Prime, it's a Diddy. I can say he's a P Diddy, or he's a Bad Boy Records. I want to know where that's coming from, because it could be a perspective that maybe I'm not thinking about that can help me think in a different way. But if you're just trolling just for agitation purposes, for you and somebody to start fighting in the chats, then I get it. But for somebody to think that way, I'm always interested in just understanding, like, okay, let me talk to them and see, never said he was Diddy. Where'd that come from? Why don't people ever understand what I'm saying? Because you said committing to Prime is like the graveyard for your football career. It says Carolina boy, right? Carolina boy 617. Committing to Prime is like the graveyard for your football career. That's what it says, Carolina boy. And I'm associating graveyard. I was making an analogy saying rappers who commit to Bad Boy Record, to P Diddy, they're kind of killing their careers. That doesn't make sense. The analogy doesn't work for you. Wrong analogy. So what do you consider the graveyard? So the graveyard is good for you? Like, that's a good thing? Because that's what people say when you commit to Bad Boy Records or P Diddy. You're pretty much killing, because the graveyard is where dead people go. So you're killing your career. Man, that was an easy one. I'm throwing you softballs and you're not even getting it, man. You're not ready. That was an easy one. That was early. What? Come on, Carolina boy. Where you on? Like, what are you? I'm giving you softball analogies. I'm not even digging into my bag right now. I'm just kind of giving you surface analogies, and you can't even get it. Man, please. You're not ready, bro. Never mind. Don't email me. Nah, that was corny. So what wouldn't be corny then? Graveyard, death of career. The analogy would be P Diddy. No? Anybody else agree that would be a P. Diddy? No? Bad Boy, that was corny? All right, moving on. moving on. East Coast Cap said Troy alerts stranger danger. Yo. You tried though, corny. You tried though, Harry. I tried though, man. Look, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe you don't know hip hop. Maybe the analogy went over your head and you didn't catch it. I don't know how it's corny because graveyard is death, and most people say going to P Diddy is death. So I know. Anyways, you don't get it. That's why I block their comments. I'm cool with their criticism, but have nothing but bad thing to say. Waste of time. It is sort of a waste of time because I would love. Listen, man. I've had some really quality people who really like. They when we started off, they were like, man, they didn't like Coach Prime and blah 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 blah, or they was just saying the bus was going to lose. And then when I actually contacted them, when I actually engaged with them, I realized that they had some solid points, some solid viewpoints to say, and then we kind of became friends. They stick around, and we're still talking. They contribute when Coach Prime does something solid. They say that's solid, but they stay on their wave. They stay on their wavelength. Like, yo, y'all gonna lose. So I'm like, okay, I get that. At least I can learn something from it. But if it's just frivolous stuff, like, oh, I'm just gonna throw that out there and see if I can agitate you. You can't agitate me anymore because I'm 1 year strong. I'm 1 year old in the game, and I've learned. The Holy Spirit's been teaching me strong. Like, Harry, don't do that. And if you don't have the Holy Spirit, man, you gotta get the Holy Spirit. Whew. That's like the best teacher ever. That's a ghostwriter, bro. Harry B, he must be slow. He don't understand it well. He a hater. Shake the haters. Yeah, I don't know how he don't get that one. That was a curve. That was an easy one. CK Williams says, "Man, I'm from the South." Wait. Stop scrolling too much. Man, I'm from the South. It's just something about guys from the North, so he a little corny. I'm from the South. Oh man, I'm from UNC Greensboro, bro. I'm from Carolina. Y'all can't get New York jokes. Yo, I'm from the South. I went to UNC Greensboro. That's corny to y'all? How is what? Y'all Southern boys are different. And I'm a Southern boy too, so I don't know. Y'all trying to put shame to the Southern boys because y'all had hip hop for a minute, so I'm ready to give y'all credit, and then y'all gonna take it back. Y'all say, "Oh, that was corny. P. Diddy in the graveyard is corny." Like what? What? If anything, it was just a regular thing. It's not corny. It was an analogy. Yes, I do. I'm from the Midwest Chi-Town. What up with you, man? Hey, man, I just sent an invitation to one of our guests. They're going to be coming on. Listen, man. This is Free for All Fridays. Okay? It is Friday, right? Friday, December the 8th. KMS, y'all still saying corny? What we saying now, man? Because I'm an old head. You know what I'm saying? My 8-year-old is saying this thing. He says M's in the DM. What does that mean? What does M's in the DM mean? All right? And then he says GG. That's GG. What the heck is GG? Can y'all help me out? What is M's in the DM and what is GG? He's 8 years old. I'm not hip to game, okay? You ain't talking no football, bro. It's Free for All Friday, bro. The Northside TV. It's Free for All Friday. Okay? We come on here. Oh. GG mean good game? But he's used it out of context, though. Maybe okay. I'll press him today when he gets home. I'll press him today when he gets home. But I just sent an invitation out to one of our guests. It's free for all Friday, but we are talking about the retreatment of the haters. All right. But listen, it's all for grabs today. We're talking about anything that anybody wants to talk about, even the haters that are in the chat. All right, because the haters are we got resident haters. All right, and I'm like, okay, I don't mind you being a hater. Come on here and talk to me like a man or a woman, whatever you classify as. Come and talk to me, and let me find out where your hate stems from. Because I'm under the impression that most of their hate, it comes from me. It comes from my admiration for the guy. But they're retreating, right? Because once Coach Prime makes one major move, then they go hide. And they go hide behind the woods. And you don't see them no more. You don't hear them saying, you don't hear that same energy no more. There's no more, that energy's not there no more. Okay? We get a Coach Phil Loadhold, then it's like, okay, that's a solid hire. Where's the same energy like you're not going to do nothing? Where's that energy? I want to know. Because Phil Loadhold is a young man, and his NFL stint is just like only a few years from removed. And he comes highly recommended. So now we got a bright young coach who seems like Coach Prime, they're going to get along. Because that's where I'm at. This time around, I want family. I want people that want to be there. Not people that have aspirations to go do other things. Well, you can have your aspirations, but at least the young man they have the transfer portal. But what's the point of getting somebody, a grown person, who is they're brushing up their resumes, and you know they're not going to be here next year? How does that work? How does that help the team? I'm only renting you for a few months. Your mind is not here. If I'm only renting you for a few months, your mind is not here. If you go to a job interview and they learn that you're only going to be here for a few months, they're not going to hire you. So I didn't really get the whole dynamic of, I knew that these coaches were going to leave, and that was the plan the entire time. Because in college football, you need loyalty. You need to have commitment from people that are going to be teaching these young men. Because these young men, if they stay, they're going to be here for 4 years. So we need to build relationships. How can you build a relationship with somebody who's only going to be there for maybe six months? It doesn't make sense to me. So because I know I may not have gone to Jackson State, but doing my research and everything, when Coach Prime had his locker room at Jackson State, it felt like all of those people really cared about Coach Prime. They really liked his bravado. They really rocked with him. All right? Not saying he didn't make mistakes there either, but they really genuinely cared about him. And that made a difference in how they all moved together. Because whenever the crap hit the fan somewhere, they were all in sync. Just like he says. Whenever the crap hits the fan, you need to know that you have people that are alongside you that are going to hold you down. That's that trust factor that he says. The reason why he invited these young men, these young creators on, is because he says it's about trust and relationship. So if it's about trust and relationship, then that's what I hold on to when it comes to who I want to see come to this program. I want to see people who want to be here, who like Coach Prime genuinely. Or if you don't like him to start off with, at least you're willing to build a relationship and you don't hate him. Because ain't everybody going to like each other right away. That's impossible. It's crazy. It's crazy to even think about. But I want to know that he's getting genuine people who don't mind being around him. And that's where I believe if that relationship of the grown-up that are in the room, if it's cohesive, if it's civil, if it's good, when mom and dad are happy, the kids are usually happy. All right? So let me see if EB agrees with me. I'm about to bring EB on right now. EB, what up with you, man? Welcome to the show. Welcome to TLP Sports, TLP Live at noon. Oh my gosh, you are at work. What?
Boy, I'm killing it, my boy.
What up with you, homie? You making that money?
Making that money, man, so I can buy me some apparel.
Okay.
I need that number 2 from Shadur Sanders.
Okay, you wanna flash it?
Man, it's been a hard season, but man, I'm about to go crazy. If we win in that 90.
Yo, what got you so confident thinking we're gonna win? Well, first of all, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
So you a Sooner fan?
Jacob. Born and raised.
Are you a Sooners fan?
Born and raised.
So we got one of your guys, and then we got another.
Yeah, you got film, boy. You know he bringing that heat.
Okay.
You know he bringing that heat.
And we got somebody else that's in the portal, that may be coming over here since his coach is gone.
Definitely.
So you think we're gonna get him?
Who you talking about, Boo?
I'm talking about Savion Boyd.
We get yeah. He's locked in. Don't he got a visit? He got a visit, right?
Savion is in Colorado. What you? If you're a Sooners fan, what do you know about Savion? You can hear me?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right, so EB's working. He's working hard. He's delivering packages, man. That's what I love about you guys, man. Y'all, I can't believe y'all be
slaving people.
Y'all listening to me at work. Oh man, this is special, man. For somebody to be like, yo, I gotta listen to Harry B at noon, TLP at
Harry
noon.
B.
Yo,
Harry
man.
B.
Yo.
Hey, bro. Love your show, man. Love what you're doing, bro. Hey, did you catch what he said on ESPN, though?
What did he say on ESPN?
He said he got about 10, 15 elite players coming. He's not coming alone.
Wait. You talking about the IMG kid? You talking about my DC boy?
Yes, sir.
He said he got 15 dudes?
He said he got 10 to 15 dudes coming with him. He's not coming alone. He said, we're winning everything in the Big 12. The whole, remember, Pat team, first team, Pat 12. He said, Big 12, Colorado, whole team going to be on that list.
Wow.
The whole team. You didn't catch that interview?
I didn't see the whole thing. I've been seeing clips. I didn't catch the whole interview.
You got the video link, right? Or you want me to send it to you?
I don't know if I got the link though.
I'm gonna follow you on Twitter, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. Are you active on Twitter?
I'm active on Twitter. Yeah, you can always inbox me on Twitter.
All right,
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. That's it. Well, I'm not on TikTok. I don't communicate on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I post videos on there so people can see me, but I don't communicate there.
Facts. Yep. It's about to get real, bro.
But I had a question for you, EB.
What's good?
What do you know about Boyd?
Boyd?
Yeah. What do you know about Boyd? Because you're an Oklahoma guy.
Yeah, of course. You talking about RJ? RJ Young?
I'm talking about, huh?
Or you talking about Phil?
I'm talking about Savion Boyd.
I haven't checked him out. This season I haven't really been tuned in for OU. I've been tuned in only for Colorado. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After Brent said what he said about Coach Prime, he dissed him and everything. I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold back on you, my boy. You can't do my dog like that.
Wait, who's Brent?
The head coach.
Oh, the head coach is Brent. He dissed Coach Prime?
Yeah. He didn't like how he said he would have did it the other way. He give him a whole year before he kick him off the team. He basically said Coach Prime kicked him off the team, and he didn't support that. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had Kenneth. I had one of my guys, Kenneth. He sent me I had him send me an interview from him, and he I think he's gonna jump into the transfer portal.
Bro, I'm telling you, they coming, bro.
So
hey, my boy, you better have that money. You better have that money saved up for the natty, because I want to see you there. I want to see you there. You hear me?
You think I should be ready for that?
Hey, bro, you better slow down on spinning. If you spinning, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh
You
my
better go.
God.
You better go. You better get ready for the playoffs next year. Cause we're gonna be there.
Man, you wait.
Hey,
Man, you too optimistic for me.
hey, I know. Sometimes I can be very biased, but man, this the year. This the year, bro.
Oh,
Jaquan
he's
is about
Bird,
to
not he's Bird. He's Savion Bird, not Boyd. He's Bird.
Bird.
Yeah,
What up?
Savion Bird. Okay, my bad.
So what you think about Jaquan?
Who?
Think Jaquan gonna come with us?
Who's Jaquan?
The offensive tackle that's getting ready to sign with either Oregon or Colorado.
Oh, I didn't look into Jaquan yet. I did not look into Jaquan.
That's how you say his name, right? Jaquan McCoy.
Oh, it's probably one of those guys that I saw. But there's so
That
many
big ass
guys.
dude. That dude's like 6'8", 365 pounds or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what? There's so many guys that I like. For me right now, there's so many people that's flying all around, and for me, I'm not bullish on any one person. Not right now. I'm not bullish on any one person. I want them to come in and see what they can do. That's where I'm at.
I feel you on that. That's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid.
That's because we were so hyped with so many people, and then when they came in, like when you see
They
like
ain't do nothing.
Yeah, when you see somebody like Juju and you get so hyped because you see his resume, but they come with so much drama that it's like, OMG, like what the heck is wrong with you, man? Just like what do you like? Where you at, man?
On me, I don't know what's wrong with that kid, but he has so much potential and just let it run right out the window.
That's what I'm saying. I was
Too much
bullish on
pride.
Juju because when you read his resume and how strong he is, and when the dude came in, he's like, "Yo, this 93 jersey, bro. Don't even." He told Bucky, he was like, "Yo, this 93. I'm just rocking with it for right now, but don't remember this name. But remember my name, Juju." I was like, "Oh shoot!" I was like, "Yeah, here we go, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, that dude on the field, he's about to be a problem. But then when I did the video on Juju, I'm like, wait a minute, this guy has baggage. Like his baggage was so much. I was like, there's no way. His Louis bag was from Canal Street and it was full of crap. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know, man. And then next you know, it just started happening. He started disappearing again. The same thing that he did over there, he started doing over here.
Fact, because he had came his first game was what, week 3, week 4?
I didn't even notice when he started playing.
Yeah, because I think his first game he had like a solid 5 to 7 tackles or something like that. It was something like that. It was pretty nice. And then he came back in the next game, and then after that, something happened. And then we didn't see him no more. Something happened. I don't know.
His demons started to catch up with him.
Facts.
And that's why when I see somebody, who's really like everybody's bigging up, I'm a little bit more cautious because I'm like, oh, okay, I want to help the fan base to understand, like, okay, let's wait on it. Let's wait on it and let's just see, man. Like, I want us to get excited, but cautiously excited. Because we be bullish on so many people and then they let us down. In some way, somehow they're gonna let us down in their own little way. And that's why I'm like, yo, I'm all with the excitement now, but let's be a little bit more mature about our excitement this time around.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, but it's still like I'm still thinking highly. You know what I mean? Although in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I got to see him on the field perform at a high level. You know what I mean? And I want to see what Coach Dempsey's gonna do.
I'm excited too, man. Listen, I'm excited, even though I'm a little bit more cautious this time around. But man, the old Harry B, if you remember when I first started this channel, the old Harry B, who, man, everybody that came through here, I was so ready to just go off the limb with them. But then when I started seeing certain personalities take place at practice, people having like big heads and paws, but people having, their personalities started, affecting the team and how the team moved. I was just like, oh man, okay, so there's a lot more to this than just their ability. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think about Big Tank? And
hey man, those are Christmas gifts, man. Be careful with those packages, man. You messing up my Christmas gifts, man.
All right. I'm gonna make sure I put that thing right, bro. This line is full of boxes, my boy.
Yo, you messing up that's my box right there. It says Harry B on it, man. Be careful with that box, bro. Stop playing with me. I'm about to let
Fuck
you go.
your box. Hey, no, for real.
I love it.
You know Ben Well and Tank and all them jumped in the portal, right? What do you think of them jumping in the portal?
Well, I mean, my opinion is already on video, and a lot of people were, they're coming against me because the way I feel is that I love this team. I love this team, and I'm really close to this team now in many ways that people are not, that other people are not. Because when you get to read the articles and when you get that close to knowing all the details about their abilities and then their personality, when you get that close, like I am, because some of y'all like, okay, maybe y'all out there, like you're working, right? You may watch my video, you may watch the first 2 minutes, but you don't really get to understand the things that I say after that. The reason why I say so much more is because I get deep in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they leave, it's personal for me. It's not, bro, you better kill those packages. What are you doing? You killing me, homie. I can't even concentrate. I'm like, oh shoot. Is that what I ordered last night? Oh shoot.
Hey, this isn't the worst part of boxing, my boy. This isn't the worst part.
That's not the worst part?
Most people do way worse than what I'm doing.
They're worse than you?
Way worse than me.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Way worse than me, my boy.
Oh, man.
But
just watching you is excitement enough. Just like, I'm going to rewatch this video just to watch you, bro.
I tried to do that last time, but...
This is breaking news. This is going to go viral.
I can't watch myself, my boy. It's so cringy. I can't watch myself. Like, I can watch you, but watching myself, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Bro.
But...
Go back and watch this video. Your clip is gonna go viral. Somebody gonna make a video and say, "Look at this guy throwing those packages for."
Hey, I'm gonna be done for.
I know, yo. You better turn the video off and put your audio and stop playing with me.
hey, I don't give a damn.
Oh my God!
No bonus.
I don't want no black man losing his job, man. Be careful.
We're working 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Bro, we can't even
spend
our own
Let's
check.
get back to football. Let's get back to football. I'm not about to put you on the spot and have you lose your job. Nope. So Van Wells.
Hey, God got a plan, bro. God got a plan,
but he wants you to keep your job for now, okay? So anyway, let's get back to football.
Yeah.
Let's get back to football real quick before I put you on the spot again. I'm sorry I did that. But listen, man, I'm glad you asked that question. Because I wanted to send that message to let everybody know, calm down. People try to levy things against me, like, oh, you're an op or you're not part of this team. And I'm like, look, because you don't have no emotional connection with this team doesn't mean that I shouldn't have my emotions. When we lose somebody, it feels something. I feel something. So if I feel something and I say that, it's okay because I'm just a fan just like you. Even though I have a channel, I've been blessed enough to be one of the faces that puts out these videos. I still have emotions about the team and the players that are playing.
Yeah.
So if they leave, I'm gonna say something. If I feel something for them, I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, that's real love. That means like you really support the team. You know what I mean? You want to see everybody on the team win. That's what that means.
I want us to develop because I know that development is important to college football. This is not the pros. Development. When you see those players in their sophomore, junior years, man, oh my gosh, you feel like you just grew with them. Especially, look, if Cormani McClain sticks around, bruh, you watch Cormani McClain in his junior year. That guy's gonna be an NFL player in his junior year.
Oh, most definitely, for sure.
I'm telling
you, a lot of people are about to see a whole different Cormani when he come back this year.
For real,
a whole different. On me, everyone like that's the same guy. Ain't no way.
That's Cormani McClain. And that's what I'm saying. So when you see these kids develop,
Prime done cloned him. Hey, that's what I thought about Travis Hunter when he first got that. I said, that's a clone. That's a fucking clone right there. Or he done piped down another woman, and that's his other son. But Ben Well, I seen him not really connected with the team.
Okay.
I don't know if you're watching, like, if you're watching the videos and everything, sometimes, like, Coach Prime will pull you in to do a breakdown. Well, Tank and, Well, you can tell, like, they wasn't in sync with the team, like, when they broke down the, you know what I mean? They didn't even give, like, a prep, and it was like a 1, 2, 3, win. You know what I mean? Or dominate, I believe. But when Savion Washington came back from his injury, I don't remember if you've seen it, but he said, I don't like it no more. I've been blocking, but we got to come back. We got to win this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I seen a lot of grit in him, but in Tank and Wells, I didn't see nothing. Now, Bailey, is that his name? Jack Bailey or whatever his name is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that guy, he's a fighter. That guy right there,
And
he's going to go to war.
And you think he's going to stick around?
I think, I mean, he did get that commercial NIL deal, so, I mean, who knows? I don't think they would just drop that on Instagram and then he just leave. You feel me?
So let me ask you a question. Do you see other people's? Do you see? We don't see any of the skill positions making any moves or anything like that. Do you think we're gonna retain all of those skill positions?
As in,
Like you think you think anybody jumping from the skill positions?
Like linebackers or what?
Like because obviously we're not gonna lose. Hopefully we don't lose Kwamani, but like we got the running backs. It seems like they're all they're all staying put. You know what I'm saying? The people that's backing up. I haven't seen Dawson move or what's the other guy's name? What's the other corner that got sat down for and Kwamani took place? I don't
Cooper
see him.
Jr. Cooper Jr.
Yeah, Cooper ain't moving. He was a true freshman.
Yeah,
he ain't moving. So, but I'm just thinking, like, do you see any of the other guys jumping? Or
wait. Cooper was a junior, right? He's a junior.
Cooper's a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Oh, okay. But
I think he's gonna be a senior this year. Yeah. I think he might be locked in. He knew, like, at the end of the season, Coach Prime probably reported him in the office saying, "Hey, man, I'm gonna put Kwamani in here and try to get him some reps." You know what I'm talking about? To see what, like, he's actually growing. You know what I mean? And build that confidence. You know what I mean? So he don't like, man. He didn't even use me. He kept pulling me at the game. I'm gone. But I think he's locked in.
Okay. So we have a few players. We have a few players that are locked in, and you think we're going to keep the core?
I think so. I mean, you see, we only got 6 players right now in the portal.
Yeah.
They jumped in the portal.
Yep.
I mean, I don't see too many skill players jumping in there. Like, if you're a skill and you made a big move on this team, like Jimmy Horn, you ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I don't see you going nowhere because you did your part. Now, Michael or Mikey, that was a surprise, but at the same time, he wasn't in sync either. I mean, he was very happy, flabbergasted when, like, Shadur was giving him the ball and everything, but it just felt like he was not connecting with some of the players, like at lunch. What's the word of the day? You remember that?
I'm gonna let you finish your thought, but somebody said this is the first time Harry B. I'm breaking news right now. I'm like, this is the only place you're gonna get, somebody tossing packages. You know what I'm saying? This is the only show you're gonna get this at. Okay, you're only gonna get this on TLP Live at noon, where you get a delivery guy tossing these packages and talking football. Nowhere else. Okay. This is exclusively TLP Live at noon. You are giving me life right now. Yeah.
Hey. And I'm in Alabama.
And he's in Alabama. Okay?
Not really. Just in case they try to watch this live back, I'm in Alabama. I'm in Alabama. Come find me.
Yo, I got a viral movement. I'm about to go viral, bro. I'm telling you, somebody's going to take this and they're going to chop it up and be like, yo, look at this dude talking football and tossing these packages. It's going live. I'm telling you right now. This is going to go viral.
On me.
Oh, you. Really. Thank you so much.
Hey, shout out to all your members. What are you saying?
He said, this call is the exact reason why robots are taking over jobs. Robots are Wendy's flipping your burgers. AI is here, folks.
Oh my goodness, bro.
East
Coast
Coast
that's the comment of the day.
That's
the comment of the day. East Coast.
And he paid money to get that comment up, too. He was like, yo, I'm going to pay for this comment.
East Coast that man is the bank. He's the ATM. He's the YouTube ATM. Send that money over to send that to the 5430 program.
Yo, East Coast, my guy, man. He's a blessing. Oh my God.
Hey, hey, bro, I love you as a brother, my boy. I ain't gonna hold you up for too much longer, man. I had
I
fun talking
appreciate
to
you
you, my
coming on,
boy.
man.
Hey, stay locked and loaded. I'm gonna follow you. I'm about to follow you on Twitter in a second, my boy.
For sure, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. You
All
made the
right,
show real
Skull
live.
Buff, Skull Buff. We winning the natty.
Hey, yo, say your name before you go.
Shit, my energy drink.
Bro, say your name before you go, because I
Oh,
can't pronounce that first name.
Anna. It's really my name backwards, Ronnie. It's Ronnie. So you can call
Okay.
me, bro. Just call me Ronnie, man. Just call me Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Cause yeah,
Okay, so when I see EB, I'll say Ronnie. Okay.
yeah.
All
Most
right,
people
Ronnie.
in different countries, they know how to say it, but American people, they
Yeah.
always say Ina. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But the
But
the,
the
the I is
BOA
silent.
the BOA is a Liberian name, so that's why I know that name. It's like both, so I know that name.
Yeah. For sure. For
All right.
sure.
Hey, man. Look, you made the show exciting. Just watching
No,
you
no, no.
alone,
It's you, my boy. It's you,
bro.
my
Just
boy.
watching you alone was enough for me. I got a kick out of you throwing those boxes, bro. Christmas is
Hey,
over. You are the Grinch. I'm just gonna let you.
I am the Grinch. I am the Grinch.
You are
And nobody getting
officially
nothing for
the
Christmas.
Grinch.
All right,
yo,
my boy, man.
yo,
Stay
take
up,
care.
bro.
Take care, man. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
OMG. Oh my gosh. Yo, thank you for calling in, Ronnie. It's so much appreciated. Yo, he just gave me life right now, yo. That's a first. Yo, I couldn't even concentrate watching Ronnie, man. I was like, Ronnie, bro, you tossing those packages like you. He was getting his job done, though, man. Oh my gosh. But it's amazing how this show is working, man. Like, yo, yo, it's amazing the show. Like, people are watching me on at work and all of that, man. Look, y'all don't know how much you're making my life easier. You're making me happy, man. The fact that y'all rocking with me, thank you guys so much, man. I really, really appreciate y'all. We get to talk football. We get to talk Coach Prime and Deion Sanders. All right. Oh man. So Coach Prime has had to change some things up because of the lack of depth. DEPTH. We've had to change up a lot of things now, and it's because like when we get like a excuse me, we need at least 3 people in that position that can play at a very high level. Coach Prime says he needs starters. I think it was Colin that asked him, "What are you looking for this time?" Yo, he said, "Get your popcorn." Ronnie said, "Get your popcorn." So Coach Prime, when Colin asked him, "Hey, Coach, this time around, what are you looking for in the portal?" And he says, starters, or either him or Big Dog Chico. He said he was screaming, starters, starters, starters. We need DEPTH because at the end of the day, man, people get nicked up. People get hurt. They get their ankles twisted. And if you look around and you have nobody else to put in that position, now you gotta look for a dog, or you gotta look for somebody who's just a willing body, an able body. Coach Prime was, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Coach Prime was just finding able bodies. Trevor Woods had to go play linebacker. Trevor Woods had to go play linebacker, and the guy that he replaced jumped into the transfer portal. Marvin Him jumped into the transfer portal. I mean, like, you got your safety, you know, you got your safety jumping to linebacker. Like, I mean, you practice the way that you're supposed to play. But then when it comes time and you look around, you like, well, who else can do this? We were a mess last year. I'm telling you, it was like we had to patch this team together. All right. And the way that the way that it worked, you would think like somebody would notice this and say, well, dang, Coach Prime is a pretty dope coach. Like, on just the merit of the fact that he had to patch this team together, and just to put it together, you would think like the bigger media would recognize that and let people know that he's a good coach. Because the detractors are always saying he sucks as a coach. But I'm like, yo, how many of y'all would have had the wherewithal or the insight in knowing, hey, I don't know where to go from here. My guy's hurt. I have nobody else, but know that, hey, I can put this guy here and still keep the game with some of these top teams, all of these ranked teams that we played, keep them at one score. If you don't think that's amazing as a coach, then how would you then score other coaches if they were to do that? Because we can like say, oh, because the distraction comes from all of the fanfare. All the fanfare just always spells clown. But what happens when he does good things as a coach? Because he had to pretty much duct tape this team together. Okay? He had to duct tape this team together. And by the way, it's not DUCK. Okay, it's duct tape, not duct tape. Okay, but anyways, that's your random fact today. Okay, so type in the comments random TLP random, and then give me a random fact. Your random fact is it's not DUCK tape. Okay, it's duct tape, and I think it's DUCT tape. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I just hit y'all with the random. Hey man, are you Minister Philly? Are you calling in today? All right, here we go. I'm gonna send you the link right now. All right, I'm sending you the link. I've sent out 2 links now. All right, that's my second link. I'm sending. Oh, you still got an edu email? That's what's up. Oh my gosh, man, I can't even remember my edu. My lord, give me 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. So I'm just waiting for Minister Philly to come on. And hopefully you're not throwing boxes, please. I've had enough of the boxes being thrown. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. KMS, what you saying, man? All new coaches and 80 new players, but Colorado sucked because they weren't beating top 25 teams. Yeah, that one is beyond me. You know, so that one is definitely beyond me. I'm trying to figure that out too myself. All right, so I've sent out 2 links already. I got a few people that want to come on the show so that we can talk. All right, so yo, Ronnie, man, listen, you just made that show lit. I'm telling you, you're gonna make me go viral. Let the right person catch this video. They're gonna be like, yo, on the rewatch, if you're rewatching this, that really did happen. Okay, that was not AI. Okay, it could have been AI, but that was real. All right. Any word on defensive line commitments? We don't have any word yet, yo. Kent Hughes. Quam said, still no answers for getting beat by Stanford, but y'all still believe. Hey, Quam, let me ask you a question. Do you have a college football team, Quam? I know KMS. He said I gotta pay his salary now. I know. I called it out. I try to go away from it, but it seemed like Ronnie didn't care. Ronnie's a real G. He said God has a plan, and I'm like, listen, man. Sometimes God wants you to stay where you are until His plan comes true. Ronnie, I know you're still watching, you listening. Sometimes God's plan requires you to be excellent at what you're currently doing, and then He's gonna elevate you or promote you. So let's not get that twisted, Ronnie. But Quan, Dre, I'm gonna be with you in a second. But Quam, let me ask you, Quam, because I love the Quams. Okay, Alabama, they don't blow 29 points lead. Okay, great. You an Alabama fan. Does Alabama give you an answer every time they do something wrong, or every time Alabama loses a significant game? Do they have to explain anything to you? Do they have to tell you why they lost that game? All right. God's plan is the best plan. Yeah, Evie. Yeah, Ronnie. But what is your plan to make sure that God's plan happens? You need a plan too. We about to have Bible study, Ronnie. Don't play with me. Um, so I'm like, okay, I want to understand. Like you saying, there's still no answers. I don't know that we need an answer. I think a lot of us have, especially on this channel, we've exhausted that. Like I keep talking about it. We lost that. We did some boneheaded stuff. We didn't run the ball when we came out of the locker room. We just kept throwing the ball like we were crazy people. So I don't know what answers you're looking for. All right. So I don't know what you mean by like still no answers and y'all still believe. Your team can, your team can lose one game, right? You're supposed to go undefeated, but you can lose. And did you get an answer for that one game that y'all lost and still got into the playoffs? Did y'all? So have you ever gotten an answer for that one game that y'all lost and Florida went undefeated? And I get it, y'all beat Georgia, so y'all should have been there. But have y'all answered for that one game? Not yet. So until you get an answer for that, let me know. Dre, what up with you? Thank you for calling into the show. This is TLP Live at Noon with your man's Harry Billion. What up with you? Thank you for calling
man.
in.
Hey man, you gonna go in on my EDU? You gonna go in? Hey, you see what? Hey, I'm an alumni, man. We earned that.
Oh
We
yeah,
earned-
I know, but don't you lose that at a certain point?
no, not
You
not
never
when you're
lose your EDU?
not when you're alumni. You see, it's alumni.iu.edu.
Oh, so you created that after you left?
No. It's I'm a contributor to my university, man. So you get to keep that alumni. I'm an alumni.
Oh, okay. I was
There's
like, wait, how do
financial
I
benefits that come with that. You feel me?
wait a minute. Put us on the game. There's financial benefits that comes with having an EDU?
No, well, no. So like I contribute to the school, right?
Uh-huh.
So they have so I went to Indiana University.
Okay.
And so like I contribute to the school, so I get to, keep my alumni. It's through the alumni foundation.
Oh, okay. So but on a general level, when you leave you on your undergrad and stuff,
Yeah.
you lose that though, right?
Yeah, on your undergrad level. So when you leave that, you get to keep it for a little bit,
Yeah.
but then eventually they'll tell you that's gonna go away. So you gotta find something else. But yeah, you get to lose it, but not when you're alumni though.
Oh, okay.
So
All
yeah,
right.
so no, I'm alumni. That's why I get to keep it. But yeah, but old homie who was just on before me, man. I'm pretty sure I just got a package in the mail. I'm pretty sure he handled that one, man.
That was yours, right? One of those. Rowdy was. One of those packages was yours. I'm telling you, my package is in there, brethren. Yo, that was one of the highlights of this show, man. I'm telling you, I ain't never gonna forget that one.
Oh yeah. He was a fool.
Oh man. So, what do you think about what's going on around the bus? Ken, I'll be with you in a minute.
Hey,
Wild Dog, what up with you? Wild Dog, what's up with you? Go ahead, man.
Hey, we just caught a whale out there, man. We just caught a whale.
Yes, we did.
We just
That was
caught
a
big fish right there.
That was a big one.
Big one.
What are the implications? What are you saying?
Yeah, he's a day one starter, man. Day one starter.
You think?
Yeah. So but I'm saying, like, man, we could talk about this roster though, man. Like, I feel all those people on the offensive line except Savion Washington, I think they're gonna be out of there. They're gonna get up on out of there.
Wait, you think Savion is gone?
No, I think. Well, you got to understand. So Savion, no, I think Savion was like our best offensive lineman. So I think Savion, I just think after his injury, like I say, I think he was just all banged up. So, but I think but it's, because like I say, he come with O'Boyle on them. So him, Jack Bailey, BB. So those guys they came from Kent State. So if they decide to go with O'Boyle, then that's what it is. But I think Savion, if he want to play at this level, I think I'd say this is a good fit for him. I think they'll keep him. But BB and Jack Bailey, yeah, I think they need to go down a level. They need to go down a level.
When you
And
say
San
go
Diego,
down a level, like second string, or what are we talking
no,
about?
they
Level?
need to go. San Diego State to be good for them.
Wait, you want them out of here?
Yeah. What do you think the problem was? Who do you think the problem was on the offensive line?
Or you think they were sabotagers?
No. I just don't think they can compete at this level.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Not coachable, not being coachable or
Okay.
developed.
So let's just go line by line. So Big Tank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big Tank. He got up out of there, right? Do you think he contributed to a lot of that? What Shador had to go through, that offensive line struggles?
But you know my position on the line, right? I don't believe it's the line.
You don't believe it's the line. What do you think it is?
I think there's a lot of factors. There's a lot more factors but we're just pinpointing the line. There's a lot more factors.
I agree with that.
And Shador played a part. Play calling played a part.
Yeah.
Shador was taking unnecessary sacks.
Yeah.
Shador, I think the RPO offense or the RPO option was a big factor. Not running the ball was a big, huge factor because it exposed the weaknesses of the line. You didn't give them an opportunity to be aggressive because when you establish the run, you give the line an opportunity to get out there and be the aggressors. If you didn't give them the opportunity to be the aggressors, when they start off like having to chase their tail around, then it's now like their morale is down because everybody's saying they suck, and then you don't put them in a position to win. They come out and they get exposed, and then everybody's gonna keep talking about them, and they don't feel that can't make anybody feel good. These are young men who are still watching YouTube videos and looking on comments, and everybody's saying they suck, but nobody did anything to help them out.
Could it be? Let's just take Tank, right? Big Tank. I feel like Tank's problem, he just got beat. He got beat every time. I don't think he was like when people coming off that edge on him, like no matter what it was, either it was like a power rush or just beating them with speed, he got beat all the time on that left side, man. And that's a problem. When you take that many sacks, and I agree, it's a combination of things. But at the end of the day, when your quarterback take that many sacks, who's going to get the blame? It's going to be the offensive line, whether unfair or not. Things have to change. I personally think Shador, he do hold the ball a little bit long, and he got to get it out. Like I don't understand. Like if you know your line's not that great, you got to get it out faster. You can't be holding it. So like even with the Washington State game where he got hurt, he's rolling out. I'm like, Shador, you got to get rid of that ball, man. They did a good job blocking, but you don't have that much time left, man. That's how he got hurt because he was holding that thing, man. So yeah, it's a combination. But at the end of the day, if the offensive line is the protect, like I said, I don't think they ran the ball enough either. I agree with all that. At the end of the day, like I mean, you're gonna bring back the same offensive line. I don't think one player will do it. Like I think, look, you get that big whale, you get Brown back, you get Brown, which I think that's another big body. You know what I mean? And that helps. You know, like those two. But I still think they need more help. I just think Bailey and Beebe. I don't know, man. I'm just not. I'll go to the port and get something better than if we can get something better out there, man. Is my opinion.
Well, so I can agree with you, and I can also agree with KMS, where some of those kids needed to block better. But this is where I stand with it. I say if they were starters or they were good enough to at least start on this team, then they're good enough to be developed. And because we need depth. We need to have DEPTH, and DEPTH is important in college football on several levels. You can't if you get rid of the current starters, that means you got to bring in 3 other guys.
What do you think they're doing?
Guys is hard to do.
What do you think they're doing?
Well, it's not easy. I'm not saying they're not going to do it, but if we have somebody in house that's decent, I say okay, work with them because even Coach Prime says, listen, we want to keep some guys around that we can develop.
I agree with that. So Savion Washington. Like he was on that line too. So you'll hear people say get rid of the whole line. I'm not one of those. I think Savion did a really good job. I thought Van Wells did a good job.
Please repeat that. Please say that again. Like, come on.
Like,
everybody.
Yeah, that's what people will say. Like, I'm not that extreme. I understand. Like, I understand it's a lot that goes into that, right? Even continuity, just haven't been together for a long time, right? But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying get rid of all of them. So Van Wells, I thought he did a great job. So who they go to replace that? I thought Zelinskis, who came in when Van Wells was hurt. I thought he did a great job. a great job. But like I say, he was a freshman, so like I said, I thought he'd get a year on his belt, even though he didn't play that much. He got to see it, so I thought he did a good job. Even if that means putting Brown at center, I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but Brown, I think he's going to be there, and that's going to be good. Then you got that big well over there, and but I'm saying this one. I'm saying you need experienced players on that line to teach. To teach even Brown, even because like I say, Brown didn't play at this level. To teach Brown and to teach Seaton, like you're gonna need that. And I think like Savion, like I say, I think like for me, what I saw from Savion, I just think he was banged up and just didn't fully recover from.
Savion had a concussion, right? He had like a neck injury.
No, he had like a leg injury. I thought it was like his ankle or something like that.
No, I think it was more than an ankle because most guys can play on an ankle.
No, but I think they was talking about he was going to be out for the year. So yeah, but I thought it was a leg injury or a foot injury or something. But I just think he was like just banged up like everyone is and just didn't fully recover and just get healthy enough. But I thought in the beginning he was our best offensive line.
He was definitely taught that's why I'm very cautious right now. Even with the kid from DC coming in, I'm very cautious now because when you get somebody like a Savion and then he has a viral clip out there just punishing people, and then it doesn't translate on the field for us. It's like, what is going on? Like all of these people, their evaluations were crazy, but they're not translating on that field for us. So
right, but I'm saying like that's the thing. But that's why Prime said, like, if people really got to listen to what Prime said. Like when he asked you, like, what are you going to do this year? He said, I want to say we're going to go undefeated, but I don't know what we have, so I can't tell you what we're going to do. You can see it in practice, but until you get out on that field, when other people trying to eat your lunch, that's when you know what you have.
Exactly.
And like for me, like what I saw, like the two guards, BB and what's the other BB and Bailey. I just see them getting whether overpowered or just always. I seen that line, man, where they touch no one. How do you miss a 300-pound man? How do you not touch him at all? I seen it several times where they literally don't get a hand on these big dudes. I'm like, how is that even possible?
So can you attribute some of that to the defensive lines coach? Was he not really like doing his job well? I mean, or not at all?
Line?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like,
I mean, not the defensive line, not the defense. I'm sorry, the offensive line.
No, I just think, look, you got to understand. So, like the offensive line coach, they come from Kent State, right? It's a different level when it comes to speed, power. Like I say, they just have more resources at this level, right? So then when you get these guys in coming from like, let's just say lower level, right? Quotations. Yeah. They come in, like I say, it's just different. So, like for example,
let's people off and say Jackson State.
Right. You know what I mean? If you bring Jackson State, Jackson State versus Kent State, I think they'll do perfectly fine. But now, like the new people we have coming in, like say for example, we bring them in, they do much better because they've been paying at a Power 5 level. But if you were to take that same offensive line and throw them in the SEC, I think they'll struggle as well. It's just like it's levels to this, and like I say, you have to get that experience. But like I say, knowing Prime, he see an issue, he want to get it fixed. I'm not saying get rid of the whole line. You need depth as well. Right. But also with this, there's relationships. You got to understand those guys came from Kent State with their head coach and offensive line. So like I say, trying to retain them, I think it's going to be hard because like I say, because you got to think if they were good enough to bring them over to Colorado, they're good enough to go with them to San Diego State. And so, but then also we just can't say someone's going to transfer out because we need to understand that this person already transferred. They need to have graduated before they can transfer again. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We just can't keep saying, oh, they're going to transfer out. No, we need to understand like where they at, have they graduated, and if they transferred already. So yeah,
right.
I think those Bailey and BB, I think they would have been like transfers. I think they graduated and have like a year or two left.
Man, listen, man. Let me bring Ken on. He's been waiting. Thank you so much for sharing that, man. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, man. Hey Ken, what's going on with you? Thank you for calling to the show. You are on TLP Live at noon with Harry B. What says you? How you doing today?
Man, doing well, Harry. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty well. So what do you think about the either you want to add to what we just talked about Dre was just saying, or do you want to start anew?
Well, I enjoyed what you guys were talking about. I don't have any certain perspective. Excuse me a second. I'm trying to correct some stuff here. I don't have any thing to add to what was just said. I mean, you and I talked about this. I believe it was your first show, and I came on, and we kind of talked about that a little bit then. So I don't really have anything to add to that per se. But can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, but I what interests me is I'm watching. Like I watch. I'm the one who sent you the information about that Savion Bird. That guy's gonna be a beast.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
You
I'm
think
watching.
he's coming to us?
I think it's a good chance because Phil Lodeholt worked with him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's a good chance that he will.
Okay.
Hadn't heard anything about it yet, so I don't have any inside information. I'm just saying, but by default, having just worked with him and him going into the portal like days after Lodeholt came to see you, I think there's a sign there. Along with this kid Seaton coming there, I think it's a good possibility. And if they get this other guy that you guys were talking about earlier with my man throwing the boxes, the guy I can't remember his name now either. And I said I was going to say
is either EB or Ronnie.
No, yeah, Ronnie was the one who was talking, but I'm talking about the guy y'all were talking about. I think you were talking about this big kid from
From DC. You talking about the new one?
The one they were talking to but haven't landed yet. I can't think of his last name.
Oh, he said somebody's name that I don't remember. I know.
Well, anyway,
yeah.
If they can pull those three guys, the one we already got, the one I mentioned about Bird, and that guy from the JUCO, I think that guy comes from JUCO, and keep Tyler Brown and work with some of the, and then Savion comes back and work with some of these guys they had last year who do stay on the line and build them up. I think they headed in the right direction to get that line right. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that's all they need, but as far as getting the line right. But my thing is always this: are we paying attention to the fact that because they're
is his name McCoy?
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the one right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's a monster. He's a big fella, like 350, 360. He's big, 340, 350. Yeah, he's a big guy. So don't know his skill level at this level, at the level he's coming to. But if he has any potential and Phil Loho is, able to build him up, that could be good too. But my thing is, I don't know if everybody's watching. I was watching yesterday, of course. I try to catch your show if I'm not doing something, and I watch a few others. And what I'm noticing is this: everybody, as soon as they got Seaton, everybody's level went back to the level like it was before the first year.
Okay. You mean like their excitement level?
Yes. Everybody went, everybody was down because all the games we lost all in a row. And
we lost our microphone, man. We lost the ability to say anything.
Oh boy.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, the reason why, like, the haters, they could say so much is because we lost our ability to say anything, because when you lose so many games, especially when after Stanford, it was just it was just so tough for us to say anything because you're up 29 points and the coaches they couldn't find a way to keep those points for at least for us to just win by 1 point. I don't care. We just get the W.
Right.
We let them come all the way back, and it was tough. It was a tough week for at least creators like myself who is so bullish on this team.
Right. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. And I think and I mean, my thing is this. I say this. I say what was and what is and what's to come is to come. And I think we need to not mix them, because a lot of times, like I said, listening to different shows, I think people are mixing the things, and it puts, like, people are putting themselves on a roller coaster. Like, I remember when Coach Prime first came, and everybody was pointing back to 1-11 Colorado, and then he said, and several other people said, "Hey, we're not that team. We're this team." So quit looking at 1-11. So
Mm-hmm.
then when they started winning, the first thing everybody went back to say this team is better is last year we were 1-11. So they said not to look back before they started winning. And then when they started winning, that was the key point. Hey, we won when they started losing and they had already won 3 or 4 games. That everybody was saying, hey, at least we're better than we were last year because last year we were 1-11. But you told us not to look at 1-11. You told us to look at this year. So now we're going into the next year, and everybody is already comparing what was done the previous year to what's going to happen next year. But the truth of the matter is we don't know because they got a very similar situation. They got new people coming in and they're trying to gel them together. Now they're trying to gel them together, not only with each other, the new ones coming in, but with the older ones who are already there. And you got a new line coach. So everybody's got to gel with him. So really, if I think as and I'm talking about now as fans, not you guys in the content, I know you guys got to create. So you need like the drama, you need the,
I need all the drama. Throw boxes, throw diapers, throw anything. Throw kids. Nah, don't throw no kids, but yeah, I need drama.
yeah. Well, you get it. I like it. Yeah, you get it. I like it because you get it on here. But for fans, I think we're creating our own drama within ourselves. Like we're not even competing against anybody else for the drama because we're listening to what people say and then jump immediately into the emotional part. And we don't look at the facts. We don't look at the reality of what it is. We just go automatic. Like people are already saying, well, we about to win the Natty and we about to do all this. Whoa, wait. You got a new line basically coming in. You got a new coach coming in.
And we gotta keep in mind that Seaton is only a high school kid. Like he gotta come in here and he gotta compete with these grad students and some of these seniors that are trying to get to the NFL. So there's gonna be some competition. So I'm not saying he ain't gonna be a starter or he ain't gonna be good. I'm just saying let's curb that enthusiasm, but let's just make sure that we are realistic now, understanding the dynamics of what is FBS football in Division I.
Right.
Because we saw what happened to Kwamani, right?
Right. Exactly. That's my point. We got living examples to show us why we need to temper expectation. Do I think we can believe they may do better? Absolutely. They may do better this year than they did last year. No doubt that's possible. But let's hold as the older people, and I'm not far from that group, you say, hold your horses. Don't try to put it all out there at once.
Because you know what happens is that because we got Kwame here and he's talking greasy. What happens is that because I think yesterday's show was about the fact that Coach Prime, the reason why he's hated so much is because we hype up everything that happens with this team and we create some of that energy. We create some of that. So when something good happens to us, like getting a number 1 pick where Alabama, Georgia, and all these people are getting like 5 of those, in one swoop, we get so excited, we start saying stuff like Ronnie is saying, like, oh man, we about to win the Natty, and we just got a high school student, and they're like, and other people are looking at it like, yo, you just got 1 5-star on your line, we just got like 5 of them. You see what I'm saying? Like the SEC teams are getting like 4 and 5 of those at one time. We get one, and then the internet we break the internet, and everybody start talking like we about to win everything, and we haven't even seen anything yet. We need like 2 or 3 of those, 2 or 3 more of those. The excitement is great for us to say, okay, now things are going to move in the right direction. That's where I'm at with it. I'm like, okay, we get a Will like Seaton, he's from my hometown, DC, DMV. We get him, and then we use him as leverage to go after some bigger names to get the line to have, to have somebody that to have a DEPTH.
Right.
But like you said, if we start pumping it up and thinking we about to win a Natty and all of that, that's when other people get upset. And that's that energy that they start giving it back. They'll be like, you're about to win. You'll get one person, you're about to win. How you figure? But let me put this out there because I had him for a while. Patrick Williams says, at Harry, are you saying you don't believe in Com's abilities or capabilities of attracting more offensive linemen, Coach Prime just recruited the #1 offensive tackle in the country. So let me just you can jump in onto that some of that as well. But let me just answer that real quick.
Okay.
I guess when I say I don't want anybody else to leave, people get it confused. I'm not saying Coach Prime can't get new guys. I'm saying it's tough. I'm saying like when you got somebody already that's decent, you know what I'm saying? Like you can always be chasing a new girl. But listen, if she's decent and she's just missing one tooth, maybe take her to the dentist so that she can get her tooth fixed, and then you can work with her, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't always be chasing a new girl because you don't know what's coming with that new girl. So it's cool that we got the ability to get new girls, but you might want to keep you might want to keep your old girl and work with her, develop her, so that you guys can rock together. That's just the analogies I'm using, but I'm just saying like some players are decent. This is college football. You want to keep the decent people because you already know how they play. You know what they bring or don't bring, and you can always correct what they don't bring because you already know what it is. You see what I'm saying? If you don't
Right.
know who's coming, you don't know what they bring, you got to go into the season not knowing what they bring. You see what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
a whole nother thing that you got to now keep in mind, not knowing when they're going to battle what they're going to do. But now the guy that just left, you know what he brings and what he doesn't bring. And when you're training him and you're developing him, you get the opportunity now to work on what he lacked that you saw already for the
Yep.
entire season. So it's
Yep.
not that Coach Prime can't get a new girl. I know he can get a new girl. And that's double for that. That's a double
Yeah.
entendre. You understand what
Right.
I'm doing
Right.
right there, right? Coach Prime
Yeah.
can get a new girl. You get what I'm saying, right? He
Right.
can get a new girl, but maybe the old girl has something that that he just had to work on. But anyways, go ahead, take it if you want to add to that, or you can just move away from it.
No, I agree with you on that. I think it's funny, man, because I, the word fan comes from the word fanatics.
Right.
So, but I think it really should be split into two levels because I think some people are really fans and some people are fanatics.
Uh-huh.
Because I think fans weigh things out more reasonably. Okay, but fanatics just go emotional straight from 0 to 100
Mm-hmm.
automatically. But fans look at the process. We look at like, okay, good, we got this one dude, and yeah, he could draw other people, and then when he draw other people, then the next step is to bring them in to work together with them, each other and with the new coach, and then buying into the system, and as well as with the other guys who's still there, and then all get that gel together, and then let's see what they put on the field. Let's
Right.
hope for the best, but let's not put them in a natty. Let's hope for the best as they go through one game at a time. Because if you don't put yourself too far out there, then when things don't go well, you don't get that like almost depressed or whatever that people experience because they start losing. Because if you're looking at the process, like last year, you could see when it started to fall apart. When me and you talked about this the first time when I came on here, how after they won like those 4 games, they started doing the same thing over and over again. And if,
Mm-hmm.
if if you know anything about football, if you keep putting the same plays out on the field, people watching your tape, they're gonna know that's what they do when they get in this position. So then naturally they're gonna call the shots on what you could do. Remember they were saying people were saying they had that conspiracy that the coaches was working together to get the plays that.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think they were just watching the film and noticing they do the same thing every time. And because Sean Lewis would never change, yeah, they were calling the plays for him because they knew exactly what they were going to do every time. Now, the other thing that people don't often look at is, and this is not to reflect on the players, but this is a reality even in the pros. Just that they handle it a different way, maybe on the pros, is when they start to add new plays, like the playbook, they only use so many plays. Just like why Staub looked better is because they quote unquote dumbed down the playlist of what they would do so that he could understand what to do in the game against Utah. But with Shador, I think they put a higher level of plays on his plate, but then they wouldn't go beyond that because he got to understand, the receivers got to understand, the linemen got to understand. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they could only go so far. But I love what you said, and that's why I think a lot of people jump on you on here when you say certain things because emotionally they don't want to buy into the truth. But
Exactly.
Shador does have the problem of not knowing how to step up in the pocket, not knowing how to hand off the ball, and
Mhm.
not throwing the ball at a faster rate when he does not see the play opening. That's reality.
Or on fourth down, doesn't understand that you got to throw it. Like he never, like we did 2 or 3 fourth down plays with Shador, and he never threw the ball not one time. It's like
Yeah,
somebody didn't have a conversation with them for the next time it happened to say, hey man, when we go for it on fourth down, you got to throw it no matter what. And it doesn't matter. You can't take the loss because that's losing yards, and they get the ball where they tackle you at. This because it's fourth down. So
right.
it's like that communication never happened. I don't know if it did and he just didn't listen, but those were a lot of mistakes that cost us big, big, big time that could have changed the game around.
Right. Yeah. And my thing is, if those of us who are on the outside of the actual team, coaching team and everything, could see that all those coaches, when NFL coaches and head coaches in college can't see that and say something to him and correct it if they see that he's not listening, somebody could have done it.
His
You get what
dad,
I'm saying? So
his
that's
dad,
my concern.
yeah, I think his dad should have gotten his ear, or somebody should have gotten his ear to say, "Hey, man, you got to throw the ball on fourth, or you got to." Because I think Coach Prime came out one time and he went at one of his interviews, and he told him, I think it was one of those games. He said when he scored that touchdown running the ball, and he said, "Hey, son, you got to run the ball for us to have a chance to win." And
Right.
I'm like, but that should have been the conversation the entire season. We
Right.
needed to not trust Shador so much that we didn't get in his ear a lot. We needed to get in Shador's ear. I
Yep.
understand when he says Shador's grown man, that's how he's gonna be. Yeah, but he's still a young man that needs development. There are things that he's not seeing on the field that other people are seeing.
That's
Shador
right.
needed to be talked to more as far as stepping inside the pocket, handing the ball off better. I don't know if they ever saw that tape. Shador, every time you hand the ball off, do you realize that you're pushing the running back?
Yep.
Do you realize that you're holding onto the ball where the running back is dragging with you? So you're
Yep.
causing him to lose yardage or not to be able to shake and bake because you still got the ball in your hands. Both of y'all can't have the ball at the same time. So Shador, like you gotta decide: are you gonna let this ball go? I know the RPO is really, it's really affecting you, but that's not what the RPO means. That means that when you gotta decide if you're gonna run or pass. All
Right.
right. And if you're gonna run, just let it go, Shador. Let the ball go if you're gonna run. But
Right.
you holding onto it, and then the running back, then once you get into trouble and the line collapse, that's when you want to let it go. That looks bad
Right.
on the run. That looks bad on the running back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's messing his stats up. That's messing him up.
Yep. Yep.
And I don't know if were they having conversations, were they not having conversations, and I'm probably not going to make any of these meetings with Coach Prime because I'm going to say those things. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say those things, and I may not ever get invited to the show or get invited to have one of these Zoom calls. I really would like it, but it would be nice. But I want to have the liberty of saying those things because I like this team, and I really feel like if you like somebody, you should be able to say some things that's going to help them to develop.
Right. And when Coach Prime was on that Zoom call with the guys,
With Colin and Big
yeah,
Dog Chico
he said
and
at the
RJ.
beginning, he liked when they tell him if he gets something wrong because he knows he gets things wrong. He likes it. So
No,
that means
but you got to keep in mind that's just something people say though. That's just something you say.
if,
That's
if you
not
say it,
no. It's something people say when you have a certain decorum, right? It's not like you can't be too critical of somebody and you know what I'm saying? So it's something that people say, but you cannot if you're mad critical of somebody, it's not always going to be received well. And that just goes with me as well. Like
I
if
mean
somebody's
that's
real critical of me,
right.
it's hard for me to gel with that person. But if if you're soft with the criticism and you say, hey man, why we didn't run that ball and just leave it alone, that's a
Right.
different level of criticism than kind of like keep pushing that button, keep pushing that button. So there's levels to like what he was saying. I understood what
Yeah.
he was saying, but there's levels to it.
Well, yeah, I mean that probably is true. I mean that's unfortunate. I mean, well, and I didn't mean necessarily taking that from people who do content. I'm talking about people around him within his group. I'm talking
Oh,
about those people.
that's something I can't even talk about. I don't know, so I can't really talk. I can't go in on that one.
Right, yeah, no, but I'm just saying, somebody, like I said, if we see the certain things that's going on with Shadora, I'm sure they must see it. I mean, because they're still
Right,
the one
exactly. Like, do they see it? Like, does the quarterback coach, does he see the mechanics? And it's not like we're not talking about him making mistakes. We're not talking about like one or two times where he misread something. That's not what we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about the consistent things that he kept doing the entire season, where it seemed like nobody saw it and there was no correction that was coming.
Right. Yeah. It was clearly a pattern. Absolutely.
Wait, oh my gosh, it was a pattern. I was like, every game? What?
Right.
What?
Yeah, that's real. Well, I like the fact that you are balanced, in your approach. I like that because you keep it real with the fact of things that are actually wrong, and you don't just. I mean, you clearly, though anybody who's been watching, and I didn't catch it from the first show you ever did, but though I've been watching long enough now to know you keep it real with the things that you see, and even though you go back and forth to keep balance, you don't let everybody all jump on this part or jump on that part. You keep a balance, but I like the fact that you point out things that when you say that, and then I'm listening and I'm thinking, that is true. When you look at it, he did do this, or they did do this, or that did happen. And then when people get upset, of course, it makes the show. I get that, so that's cool. But I like the balance because I don't like for people to only make it look like the man who walk on water. He got flaws and things that he did, and he acknowledged this. I'm not saying anything about him. He acknowledged that. He don't always get it right. But certain times when you watch some shows, it's like it's always right. And that
you should be very careful. You should be very careful not saying anybody else is wrong on their approach. But you should be very careful when somebody always smiling in your face. You got to be very careful of that personally. If somebody's always smiling or somebody's always smiling, because the second that you have to find a kink in your armor, that's when the venom comes out. And I'm always weary of people who are only all positive. It's like you didn't see, like if you are a football aficionado, you didn't see anything wrong with nothing. Like you didn't see nothing wrong with that play call. You thought that was all great. And if I have to just say good things just to be in the circle, I'd rather stay out here with you guys. I'd rather stay out here with you guys and not get inside the circle, because then that takes away my voice. It takes away the true, the authentic part of my voice, where I can praise you. I have at least 10 videos just straight up praising, and a few videos saying, hey man, this is my team. I love you, but I want you to correct handing the ball off. I want you to correct this. I want you to correct that.
Yeah.
And if you and that's what I like. I like the fact that I can, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to really understand, like, especially some of the fans that are here that don't know football, not you, but I'm just saying a lot of people here don't know football. I want them to know that, okay, football is supposed to go like this, but it's also supposed to go like that. There are times where you can be constructive. You can be constructive in your criticism, but you're not doing it in a way that you're hating the person.
Right.
I don't hate the team. I just want to make sure that the people that are watching the team and following the team, that they have a strong understanding of why certain things are happening, and maybe either this should happen more or this should not happen at all.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. Yeah, you do a good job of that, man.
Thank you, man.
Before you let me go, let me say this about this show, man, because about the show that you did the other day, because I wanted to come on in and got distracted from different times and never got a chance. But that show you did the other day, when you did the analogy of the ghost and about the things that you were saying about the fire and stuff like that, and you did the analogy between football or whatever, man, that was not from a perspective of how you did that because of my beliefs. That was one of the best shows you ever done. Now, people who only wanted to hear about football, Keep the least part out of it, whatever. They probably didn't enjoy that because that that gets into their area of life. But for me, that was awesome, bro. That was awesome. Somebody's listening to that. They could have, if they're preaching, they could have got a sermon out of that. That thing was awesome, bro.
I'm giving out free sermons. I'm giving away free sermons.
And somebody probably did get it if they listened to you because it was good, man. It was good.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Because that hit me. It hit me, and then it was like it was a revelation. It was a revelation that hit me, and I'm not shy because that's what I said early in the life of this show that God wanted to use me in a certain way, and I was trying to get into the way because I felt like people were here. Some people were Christians, and some people didn't really understand who I am and how I bring things. So I started realizing, wait a minute. Some people appreciate this fact. Some people appreciate this side of me. So I just got out the way. I said, okay, anytime that I feel like the Spirit is speaking and God wants me to say something, then I say, okay, cool, let's go. Then I go in, and then it's not me saying it because I'm not that smart. It's like once the Holy Ghost starts speaking, then I say, okay, I know what you're trying to do, and then I just let it go. So that was that's what was happening. So to God be the glory. It wasn't from me.
Right, I know it, but I believe that God's going to elevate your show, man, because if you represent Him in your regular, in life, the things that we do in life, outside of the four walls, but you step up and you represent Him in the kingdom like that, and be bold enough to do it on a forum where you get mixed, crowds where everybody's not a believer or what have you, but your willingness and your boldness to let Harry be. Step back and let the Spirit of God use you to bring those two worlds together, the football and the kingdom, like you did. He gonna bless you for that. You hit it dead on about Coach Prime and the spiritual warfare and people who didn't get it, they didn't get it. But it does go beyond what we see in the natural. And you was dead on point. In fact, you made me look back at myself to see the things that was going on with him and how I was picking it out because I didn't even associate it like that. But after you said that, I started going back. And when he always was mentioning, thank his Lord and Savior, thank Jesus, thank you, Lord, and putting all that out there, it did seem like, I know it did happen, that some people who are instruments and don't know it began to be used to oppose him because of his stance. And it wasn't about football, but that's the way it came out. Because that's what was present in the eyes of the people who wouldn't know no better about the spiritual aspect. So you was dead on, man. I applaud you for that show. And I wish I meant to share it on my Facebook page because it was so powerful. But I only wanted the parts that you did that because I didn't want other people who came on there who didn't talk about that. It would have been too long for people. But the part that you did where you broke it down like that was awesome, brother. So you keep up the good work. Let the Lord lead you like that, man, and you're gonna see great things open up for you. I know that to be true.
Praise God. To God be the glory, because I can't take credit for that, but I'm grateful that He used me, and I was available to be used. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
All right. Well, have a good one, and thank you for calling into the show.
All right, Harry. Take it easy.
All right. Peace out. So, guys, I am back with you. Thank you so much to my guest Ken for calling in and having a great conversation. I appreciate what's going on the show. Surf, what up with you, bro? So proud of your improvement in Power 5 football acumen, knowing even with the addition of an influx of talent, it still has to mature and synchronize to garner positive results long term. I don't even know if that's football, like Power 5 acumens. Like, that's just, it's common sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's common sense to me because if it's just like, bruh, like if it's about development, because you're having young men who are not on the professional level, you have an opportunity to get them in, and you want to actually keep them for the long run. You want to keep them and you want to help them to develop, because the results of you helping somebody develop, the results are you can enjoy the results. I'm just gonna say this to a lot of y'all. If you guys have anybody personally in your life and you see some potential, it's so easy to just say, hey man, I want ready-made people. It is easy. When you get ready-made people, it's cool. But keep in mind that ready-made people they come with their own personalities. They come with their own agenda. Ready-made people, the reason why they are ready-made is because they come with their own agenda. It may not align with your agenda. You see what I'm saying? That's why you may lose them or they may lose you. So ready-made people don't always have your agenda, you know, as their best interest or the agenda of the entire team at their best interest. So while it's great to have ready-made people, just keep in mind ready-made people come with a different set of agendas. You get good players, people that you've gone through with, you've gone through something with. When you get those players, you want to make sure, like, okay, now that I already know your personality, even with some of the people that don't like me, when I get to talk to some of these people, I'm always inviting them. Some of them come on, some of them don't. But the second that we talk and we can kind of like, just share information, then you realize that, oh, okay, this is the way that I was thinking about this. It's a little different. It's happened to me several times on this channel where I start talking to people and I ask them real questions like, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel the way that you feel? And then the second that they say why they feel that way and we get to share, they realize that we have some stuff in common and, oh, okay, maybe I was feeling this way because of X, Y, and Z. So once you start talking to people, just let people be who they are. It's okay for somebody to disagree with you, right? But at the end of the day, man, that stuff is common sense. You got to develop people around you, develop people that you see some type of potential. And that potential or that skill that you see, it may not be the best right now, but I guarantee you, if you give them a chance, if you give them a shot, like Coach Prime said, like what Coach Prime said about Coach Dancy, he saw Coach Dancy doing what he does. He saw something in Coach Dancy, and he was like, man, every time this guy comes in my presence, every time this guy is given an opportunity to get in front of these young men, he smacks it out the park. He seems like a head coach. You know he's a head coach. He has these aspirations. So all he's lacking now is just a chance, just an opportunity. So he's been around long enough. He's been close to greatness long enough. He's gleaned from greatness long enough. And now all he was lacking was that opportunity. These young men have been learning from Coach Prime long enough. They've been in Coach Prime's presence long enough. They've been around long enough. Now all they're lacking is just that one little thing that's going to push them over the top to being an elite player. Now they have the mentality of what a dog is all about. Now they've learned from the biggest dog of them all. So now they understand, oh my gosh, I know how to move this way and move that way. I wasn't my best last year, but I guarantee you, give me an opportunity to try again, and I'm going to overachieve, or at least I want to impress you to let you know that I did my best. That's what this college football thing is about. We give the people that are in-house, we give them opportunities to develop and grow to the next level. You can't always just get rid of everybody. You're getting rid of everybody is not the best strategy for a college football team, because what you're fostering is a professional environment where you're trying to get people who are ready-made only to come in and do their job. Okay? Even Coach Prime says, the way that I move, I'm going to adjust it. All right? I've learned a couple of things about the way that I move, and I'm going to adjust it. He said that himself. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so you understand, like, okay, getting ready-made people is cool. All right? But development is even cooler. You get people who have the ability and then give them that extra that they need. And then maybe in year 2, you might see them dominate. That's what I've been preaching here. That's what I've been trying to say. So when you say, oh, do I believe in Coach Prime or do I not believe in Coach Prime? When people hear what they want to hear and then they just go off of that, sometimes it makes it difficult for you to really listen to the person, for you to even take what the person is saying and apply it to the right context. Contextual information is very important. That's why I always wrap what I say on this channel. I always wrap my stuff into contextual bubbles. But some people don't get to the right part of the context, and then they get what they want. They go into the comment and say, you an op. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football. You don't know this. And then that's it. Because they only saw one part. They only heard what they wanted to hear, and that was it. But anyways, guys, listen, man. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Call into the show. Come on, share your thoughts. This is Free for All Friday, and we are going in talking about either the haters or we're talking about what's going to make this team better. It's a free for all, so you bring up the topic if you have something that you want to say, or we can stay on topic and continue to talk about this team. But this is the channel. This is your voice. You are the expert. I don't have an expert panel to tell me about football acronyms, to tell me, hey, we need this, hey, we need that. You see what you see. I see what I see. We can talk about it. This is your opportunity to have your voice heard. All right? Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. That is the email. But just going back to the fact that we understand what Coach Prime is doing. People have to know, and please know, that the work is being done. But just like the last conversation that I had with my guest, I want people to understand and just curb the enthusiasm a little bit, because we got work to do, guys. We've lost some players, and we got work to do to replace those players. Are they going to be replaced? Yes. But please have some patience when they come. Apply grace and patience when they come. If you take your expectation from 0 to 100 and you get to 100, guess what happens? What happens is now your expectation is up here and you're not applying no grace for down here where development happens. That's the theme. The theme is development. That's where it happens. Once development starts to take place, that's when you start seeing results. Results are after development. Can we get another Travis Hunter? That's a possibility, but we don't never know until the game starts to be played. Are we the only ones getting the C-in kid? No, we're not the only ones getting C-ins. There are other teams that are getting 3 to 4 C-ins every day. All right? There are teams that are out there with big pocketbooks that are getting C-ins every day, but guess what? They don't break the internet. We break the internet if we get one C-in, because we are in an ecosystem, in a Coach Prime, Deion Sanders ecosystem. So we break the internet, we get one C-in. But there are teams that are getting 2, 3 C-ins that would never make news. They're just quietly built. They quietly built their fan base. They are appreciative of getting those C-ins. They are appreciative. They'll give high fives. Thank God this is the draft. We got one in the draft. Thank God we got one. And they go quietly, and they go 11-1. They go 10-2. They go 9-3. All right? They have successful seasons. And they just continue on that wave. That's not us. And I understand it. But the fan base, this time around, I got to be the gatekeeper for the fan base. I got to be the enthusiasm police. Because what I felt, a lot of the animosity, a lot of the hate that we got from other people, it was self-inflicted. Not necessarily from Coach Prime. We caused some of that. The way we talk, like my guy Ronnie was like, next year, Natty. And then somebody's going to pick that up and be like, yeah, we win in the Natty next year. Not knowing that everybody else is recruiting on the level of all the Seatons. A lot of other teams in the Big 12 are getting their Jordan Seatons. And they're not just getting 1 or 2. They're getting like 2 and 3. But you're not going to hear much about it unless it's just that dude. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this time around, let's not make the target any bigger than it has to be. We need the target on us because we need the drama. It's the drama that sells the tickets. And we need those tickets to be sold out. But why don't we do it responsibly this time? Why don't we be responsible out there to make sure that this time around, we control the narrative as opposed to the narrative controlling us? because I believe that we allowed the narrative to control us once the losing started. Because once the losing started, we had nowhere to go because we were already all the way up here. So we had nowhere to go. We created a no lose narrative. It was an undefeated narrative. And if we lost, the first loss, that hit us in the gut. All right? Like what's the name hit Mike Tyson on that first fight where he bit his ear. I forget his name. Was it Buster Douglas or not Buster Douglas? But anyway, Mike Tyson at that time was the undefeated champ. So everybody knew that he was going to win. Not his opponent. So when he just did what he's supposed to do, all hell broke loose. So when we got hit in the gut, everybody lost their mind. Oh my gosh, we got beat. Oh Lord, where do we go from here? So if we're up here, there's nowhere to go. So if you live right around here, you can go up, you can go down, but you just study. So I don't know how that's going to look like as far as the amount of hype that we need in order for us to continue to sell tickets. But I know for sure we can't live up here no more. We can't afford to be up here. We can't be on 1,000, bro. It's too costly. Living at 1,000 is too costly. Way too costly. We paid a dear cost living up here at 1,000 because it started affecting what Coach Prime can say and do. We lived up here and it cost us big time. Because what do you say? If you've been so bombastic, if you've been so up here and you're the one pushing this train, pushing it. And then once they get the microphone back from us, they're calling us clowns. We told you clowns was going to lose. We told you clowns didn't know what you were talking about. You clowns don't know anything about FBS football. You clowns don't even know how to do this. You clowns. And they were right. Because we went all the way in. We went all the way in. And when we started to take those L's, there was nowhere to go. So we had to humble ourselves. We had to humble ourselves. You don't want to hear from me, but that's what we had to do. And we were some of the cause and the reasons why Coach Prime was hated so much. Because some people just didn't understand how the heck could you be so hyped about something that's not even developed yet. Some people couldn't understand how the heck can you say you're going to win a natty when you guys are duct taping your team together. How the heck can you say you're gonna win a natty when your OC is about to be up out of here in 1 year? How are you gonna win? How you're talking natty already when you don't even have the pieces on your O-line to protect your own quarterback? How you're winning a natty? But we were so drunk that we didn't even see that, and that's what people was upset about. A lot of people like Coach Prime, but they were so upset because they felt like the fan base just didn't know how to handle themselves. The fan base didn't know how to handle themselves, and Coach Prime took some of that hit. So this time around, I want us to be more responsible. And if anybody disagrees with what I'm saying, please come on, let's talk. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Look right above my head. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. If you have a rebuttal for anything that I'm saying, if you think I'm off base, or like the other guy said yesterday, I don't make good points. All right, I don't say stuff that's good, so I'm not a CU fan. If you feel that way, then come on, email me. I'll send you the link, and let's have a conversation about that, because that's what it's about. You say what you say, and I say, and then maybe I might even learn from what you got to say. So if you disagree with what you think I'm saying, call in, email me, and let's talk about that. Because this team deserves a fan base that is a balanced fan base. Because we are the ones, we are responsible for some of the hate that Coach Prime is receiving. I guarantee you, we are responsible. Because we are like babies, man. You wave any candy in front of us, we get so excited. Oh my goodness. You wave a little bit of candy, you wave one Jordan Seaton in front of our face, and we break the internet. We about to win the natty, boy. We haven't even seen who else is coming. But we about to win the Natty again. Okay? I'm not saying don't be excited. I'm not saying Jordan Seaton is not what he cracked out to be. I'm not saying none of that. And if you hear that, then maybe you are the problem. If you're hearing that through what I'm saying, then maybe you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem why Coach Prime was hated so much. And some of the kids are decommitting because of that. I'm telling you, we play a part in this too. You don't believe it, but I know we do. I run a channel where I get to see and hear everything, where the kids will creep in there and they would say certain things. You don't get to see that, but I see it. And I know that we are part of the reasons why some of these kids decommit or would never come to Colorado. We are part of that reason. The way that you comment is part of it. Why am I going over there? They're gonna call me a clown. Why am I going over there? If I decide to leave, they're gonna call me this name. We all suck. How's the line suck? Everybody suck. It was just the line that just sucked. Nobody else sucked. Okay, then I'm not going over there because I know that I need development. If I'm gonna be needing development, I can't go over there because they don't want nobody to be developed over there. They just want everybody to be ready to start right away, and they don't want to develop nobody. You think these kids are dumb? They don't pay attention? They pay attention. They listen to the fan base, their families, their uncles, their aunties, their cousins, and their friends are in the comment sections. They're listening and they're paying attention to all of us talking. The second that they don't turn out right, you're ready to trash them. They suck, and I get it. We're football fans. We're supposed to talk greasy. Speak your speak and talk your talk. But we, as the Colorado fan base, boy, we are harsh people, I'm telling you, to deal with. We are very hard to deal with. Bobby Wood says you keep talking down about Prime. Carolina boy said, looks like your take ain't getting through to your fan base, Harry. You talking down. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you, Bobby Woods, I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to somebody else in the comments, because when I look down, I don't want to jump into in the middle of somebody you were talking to. If you're talking to me, right, per se, if you think that I'm talking down to Prime, then that's like I just said in my dialogue, all right, in my monologue, then you are part of the problem, because you don't see that you're part of the problem. But if you think that I'm talking, I'm not saying you're talking to me because I don't know yet. You haven't really confirmed if it's me you're addressing, right? So if you think that I'm talking down on Prime, then you are part of the problem, especially if you are a Prime supporter. Then you are part of that problem. All right? Because the idea of sharing something and saying, hey man, we need to curb our enthusiasm to understand that Prime, the hate that Prime receives, we are part of that problem. We create some of those narratives out there, the outside noise. We create some of that noise. It makes even the media hate us. The media hate Prime more because of what we're saying, not necessarily because of what Prime is saying. They already know who Prime is. They know how Prime moves. They know that his personality is up there, and he does what he does to try to sell tickets to get his program moving, because that's what he created. So they already know that. They've been knowing Prime for years. He's not playing no more. So now it's the people that are following him that amplify the message and take it in different ways, and they react to it, and then that message they get woven within the whole Prime ecosystem and make him look like that's what he's saying because of what we're doing and saying. That's how you create a hater. That is exactly how you create a hater. So let's make a TV show like the one that Viola Davis was on, How to Murder or something like that. Let's make a TV show or a YouTube show called How to Create a Hater. And I can tell you the steps on how to create a hater. When you take somebody's talk and you create unrealistic expectations, and then you cast that or you project that on the person and saying, yes, he's gonna win a natty this year. Yes, he's gonna do this because we got somebody, we got this, we got that. When you do that, that's how you create a hater. Because some realistic person is gonna be like, the heck they talking about? Bruh, Alabama just got like 3 Jordan Seatons. And we ain't making us think about that. We questioning Jordan. We questioning our Jordan. I mean, we know that you're a 5-star plus, but we watched your games and we saw some of those blocks that you missed. I ain't talking about Jordan Seaton. I'm just saying how Alabama deals with their people or how Georgia may deal with their fan base is so used to getting Jordan Seatons that they don't even they don't flinch anymore. So they're looking at like, okay, I get it. I understand, but is he better than this guy, the other guy that we just got? He didn't miss this. He didn't do that. Right? That's what they do over there. So they're so used to winning. They're so used to getting those guys, those big guys. They don't make a stink out of it. They understand it. They celebrate it. They clap their hands, and then they wait for the process. You know what we do? We know how to create haters. We go straight for the natty. What? We go straight for the natty. Oh, we got it. We in there. Next year is it. We beating everybody, and we going straight for the natty. Nope. Not this time. You ain't going to get me. You're not getting me this time. No, sir. No, sir. Not today. Not today. And if you think that's hating on Prime, then you're silly. Then you're a part of the problem. You are a part of the problem. And I know I'm going to, listen, when I talk like this, I lose subscribers. I always lose subscribers. And it's always those people who don't understand what you're trying to say. They don't get it. They just don't get it. But I'm not doing that. Not this time around. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. The email is right above your head. I know sometimes, like, you know, how signs are all up and stuff like that. People put signs that they're like, don't stand right there. And people will stand there because we kind of like, we're just in our emotion. But the email is right up top. And I know you're like, oh, I didn't even know it was there. And tell the truth, if you didn't know that email was right there, put in the comments. Let's just have a little bit of fun. Put in the comments, I didn't even see that email, bro. You're right. I didn't even see that email. I was just having a little bit of fun with that one. But hot tips for TLPsports@gmail.com. Call into the show. Let's talk. If you disagree with me, if you are a true Coach Prime fan and you disagree with anything that I'm saying, if you think that I'm coming against Coach Prime or I'm talking down on Coach Prime, please come on the show. Let's clear it up. Let's talk about it. Because that's what it's all about. Because at this point, if you think that I talk down on Coach Prime, then I don't know what type of fan you are. I don't know what type of, then I personally think, this is not anybody else's opinion, it's my perspective, the Liberian perspective, right? I personally think that you're the one that Coach Prime is talking about when he says the fan only blows when you're hot. I personally think that Coach Prime is talking about you personally. Like he's personalizing, he is tailor making a message for you and talking to you, right? And saying, you're only here because I'm hot. And you're only gonna blow when I'm hot. But you are gonna change the second we're not. And if this season doesn't go the way that your expectations are, then you are gonna turn on him. And I'm trying to say, don't turn on him because there is a process that needs to take place in order for him to start winning. And I'm now understanding that it's going to take a process to win. If you think that's talking down to Coach Prime and you think that he doesn't have, I'm thinking that he doesn't have the ability to get the players that we need to win a natty this year. If that's what you're hearing, then please come on and let's clear it up. You got to trust the process. All right, Marcellus, let me put this up here. Marcellus Love says, "You're not talking against Prime, but you're ready to go hide in the corner so you don't get ridiculed by haters." How long you been watching this channel? Marcellus, how long you been watching TLP Sports Club? Like, if you think I'm afraid of haters, how long have you been watching the TLP Sports, the Liberian Perspective? For Harry B, okay, so you've been watching for months, and you get the sense that I'm afraid of haters, that I'm appeasing haters. You think I'm pandering to haters? I would love for you to call into the show, Marcellus. Do you think that I'm pandering to haters? Marcellus, do you remember what happened when we lost to Oregon? I sent Coach Prime a message when we lost to Oregon. Let me tell you something about when we lost to Oregon. Let me tell you what happened to the fan base. When we got a gut punch when we lost to Oregon. We had no answers. Nowhere. All right. We when we lost to Oregon, the people who have channels, they saw a dip in their growth. We beat TCU. We beat it was Nebraska. We beat CSU, and everything was, the trajectory was going like this. If you have a channel, when we lost to Oregon, you saw the dip. You saw a strong fall. But boom, everything fell. The floor came from underneath us. All right, I'm putting you on game now so you can understand how this thing works. The floor fell from underneath us. All right, it was like the fan base has gotten the worst news that they've ever gotten. Everybody lost it. Nobody wanted to hear any more YouTubers. They didn't want to even click on a video that we made. We were losing subscribers. People started to unsubscribe. All right, so. And I realized that the temperature outside on Twitter, things that were happening on Twitter, right? So I sent Coach Prime a message. And I said, Coach Prime, and I think he got the message because he responded to the message, not directly to me, but he responded out there. He posted something. I said, Coach Prime, after that loss, I had to check myself for a second. And I said, dang, oh man, some of this is my fault personally, because I feel like we've been hyping this so much. All right. We've been hyping this so much that when we lost, we were on this, oh, we're going to be undefeated. Like when we beat TCU, we thought that was it. We were ready to go. We thought we was going to be undefeated. And that was my expectations now. It was just like we had this whole high expectations and we had nowhere else to go. So when we lost to that, and then we started seeing the decline, I felt the Holy Spirit tell me, this is your fault. Y'all created this. And then I said, wow, I saw it. I saw it in the spirit. So I sent Coach Prime a message. Once I came out of the gut punch, once I came out of that and I started to realize as a grown Christian or as a mature Christian, and I started to understand, okay, so the difference between your expectations and the reality of what's going on is how high you are willing to go and how low you are willing to fall. So wherever that balance is for you, all right, that's where you usually want to be at. All right, how high are you willing to go, and how low are you willing to fall? When I saw that people fell to the point where they were so disgusted, I felt like that. I felt the pain that Coach Prime felt. I felt it. So I sent him a message. I said, Coach Prime, we love you. I want you to know that our support of you is not only based on wins and losses. You care about these young men, you care about their well-being, and you care for them deeply. And we support you because you are a strong man that is trying to do the best. So I'm just paraphrasing that part of it. So and then I sent that message. It was shortly after that Coach Prime, he sent out a message and he said, I appreciate the fan base. I appreciate you guys. So I believe that Coach Prime, he responded to that message on Twitter. So when I talk on here, when I say these things that I'm saying, I'm not trying to appease to hide from haters. I'm saying it because of the fan base, because we built ourselves up so high, and then when the fall comes or when something happens, we have nowhere to go, so we just fold as opposed to just being studied. And the Word of God has something. There's something in the Bible that speaks on that. You know, the Word of God cautions us for that. Don't be too high. Don't be too low. So, and I realized that that's where we were as a fan base. We get too excited. We get so excited that we make unrealistic proclamations as if we are the only people that's recruiting, as if we are the only people that have money, as if we're the only people that know football. And when we act like that and things start to move in a different way, we fold too quickly. So that's why I'm like, okay, you know what? I get it now, God. I understand. Thank you, please, for that message. Because I'm running a channel. I'm running a channel that that is solely dependent upon Deion Sanders. I'm all in. I talk to my wife all the time. My wife cautions me all the time. She's like, babe, you gotta change that. Your channel is only for Deion Sanders. What happens if there's no Deion Sanders? Or what happens when the people turn on him? Or what happens if you know what I'm saying, he's not in the picture? You're solely on Deion Sanders and you're a sports channel. You're all in. I'm all in. All in. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't talk about any other sports or any other thing. And I'm TLP Sports Club, not TLP Deion Club. But I went all in on Deion. So I had to start realizing that I have to protect the ticket. Just like rappers who have their number one guy. I gotta protect the ticket. You and I are the fan base. The ticket is Deion. We all got one ticket. If anything happens to the ticket, we all lose. So I gotta take a strong point at a stronger position to protect the ticket. I ride with the ticket. I had to come to a place where I understood the ticket. I understood the mentality of the ticket. I had to learn Deion all over again. Deion is different from Coach Prime, from Prime. So I said we need Prime, but we got to protect the ticket. If we don't protect the ticket, we're going to be up and down. So I try to protect the ticket. People don't get it. People don't see it. We all got to protect the ticket. It's a level of maturity that some people are not willing to be on. That's why I say I'm different. I'm not your regular YouTuber. I'm different out here. I'm protecting the ticket and you don't see it. I'm trying to protect the ticket and you don't see it, because what you and I do can affect the ticket. We don't need to be losing high ticket recruits, but we're doing that and you don't know it. We got to protect the ticket. If we want to win, if we all want to see that ticket and we want to keep our bravado, we want to keep what we keep, we got to protect the ticket. Maybe that should have been the title of this message or of this show. Protect the ticket. The ticket is Coach Prime, but we're not protecting the ticket. We think we're doing him we're doing him justice, but we're not doing Coach Prime no justice by getting overhyped on everything. That's not how you protect the ticket. Get hype, but with reason. We got to protect the ticket now. We can't keep losing high prospect recruits. I'm telling you, we got to do that. We got to help him to do that. We got to help him to do that. And I don't care if I don't get invited to the barbecue. If I can, as long as he's good, if I don't get invited to the barbecue, I'm good. Because I got to protect the ticket. He's the ticket. Every rap group have a ticket. The St. Lunatics, their ticket was Nelly. All right? G Unit, the ticket was 50 Cent. You got to protect the ticket. You can't let the ticket be vulnerable out there. People taking shots at the ticket. Unnecessary shots that we're creating at the ticket. You protect the ticket, we can all eat. I want to eat, bro. We're going to eat. But we got to protect the ticket. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you're not part of the ticket. You're not here to protect the ticket. You're here to eat off the ticket, and that's it. And you're gonna be one of those rappers that go roll. You're gonna be what's the name? What's his name? You're gonna be the game. You're gonna be like the game. You're not really part of G Unit. The second things go bad, you're going back to the West Coast, and you're gonna be making rap music against the ticket. You're not trying to protect the ticket. I know a lot of y'all. My spiritual gift can smell you out 1,000 miles away. That's why I say I'm different. And that's why a lot of y'all don't want to subscribe. But you like the content. You know what I be saying is truth. You hate the fact that I'm right. Well, dang, why he can't be like Colin? Dang, why can't he just be like this guy? Why can't you just say Coach Prime is great? And then you and I would be right. Just say he's great all the time. And we good. I'm unsubscribing because of this. Writing me a whole long letter. I'm unsubscribing because you said this, you said that. My nigga, I don't care why you unsubscribing. My nigga, why you writing me this long, big, gigantic thing? You think I'm gonna read that? Delete? I'm not reading your sob story on why you think I should talk about Prime in this way and why you unsubscribing. Just unsubscribe like the rest of the people. When I refresh my screen and I see 10 people left, I don't know who those people are. I don't need your long letter and telling me why you unsubscribing, bro. Just go. But I'm good because I know that there's people that rocks with me and they know what I'm saying is truth. Protect the ticket, bro. I gotta change the title to this live to protect the ticket because you're not interested in protecting the ticket because you're more interested in hype. The hype can destroy us, but hype, and no protecting the ticket. I'm a subscriber. I just want you to be you and not succumb to pressure. What pressure? What pressure? Tell me the pressure that I'm succumbing to. Whose pressure? Whose pressure am I succumbing to? I'm protecting the ticket. If you don't understand that I'm protecting my ticket, the haters, this ain't about I'm not succumbing to the pressure, to anybody's pressure. That's why I'm talking this way. Go back to my other videos. When we started losing and when I started seeing Shador's bad habits, I made a video with my wife as a running back. And I made in my yard and I said, Shador is holding the ball too long when he knows he doesn't know how to hand off. I made a video and I criticized in the midst of us on a high. I made that video. So whose pressure am I succumbing to? I was one of the first ones to criticize Cormani. People came for my head. I've been doing this. If you ain't been here for long enough, maybe you don't know, but I've been doing this. So if you think that I'm trying to pander to the haters just so I can hide, no, I've been doing this. Go check my receipts, bro. I've been doing this. For sure, I've been doing this. It's got to be fair and it's got to be balanced. If you're not fair and balanced, and like in the beginning, like I was just all in on like just on some hype, you know. All right, Angela, thank you so much. Maybe that's my thing, you know. Maybe that's what Harry B. You have explained yourself well. Stop responding to folks that lack understanding. All right, cool. But if you out there, man, you're a Coach Prime fan. Let's understand something. Football has a lot, you know. Football has a lot to do with development, especially at this level. Football has a lot. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you. Football has a lot to do with development. And development comes at different levels. You're going to get some players that are the Travis Hunters, the Dylan Edwards, because keep in mind, there are other freshmen. There's 20% freshmen on our team. So there's other freshmen on that team that can play ball. What's it called? We saw Dawson, I believe his name. We saw other freshmen come do well, okay? But Dylan Edward, he was a breakout freshman. There are different talent levels that you're gonna get. All right? There's different talent levels. I don't know how many of y'all can actually say that you knew that Dylan Edwards was going to have a breakout season like this. Like he was going to become an instant star, like he's a beast of a running back. Like you knew he was good, but how many of y'all could like literally can actually predict that Dylan Edwards was going to have the type of year that he had? And you, if you said, yeah, I said it, then you're probably right, because some of y'all are that good. Some of y'all some of y'all have actually said like, yo, watch for Dylan Edwards. That boy about to go off. So I know some people are that good, but for the rest of us, we don't know. All right, but there are other freshmen that are good, but they need a little bit extra. They're gonna like. How many of us said that Cormani McLean was gonna be like he was gonna be an immediate starter? A lot of us said that. If you see my Cormani video, I think I should take that video down. I'm ashamed. I should go hide for how hype I was about Cormani. I made a song, okay? We make Money move. I literally made a song about Cormani and how he was going to be a day one starter. All right? So if I should go hide from anyone, it should be from that video that I made about Cormani and how much I hyped him. Okay? So, but there are different levels of players, and they're gonna have different. They're gonna peak at different levels. Different players peak at different levels. So let not your expectation just be always get new players. Let your expectations fall at the place of development. Let your expectations fall at the. Oh, okay. Let's work with them. Unless you don't believe that Coach Prime can recruit. Isn't that the flip side of what you're telling me? The flip side of what you're telling me would be, thank you, God. Like a preacher, always get that message. Like the revelation just hit me. Because the flip side of what you're telling me is that you don't believe that Coach Prime knows how to recruit. You don't know why that is? If Coach Prime brought a guy in and he doesn't translate and he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, or he doesn't translate, and we said get him up out of here, that means you don't believe that Coach Prime knows how to recruit. Because that's somebody that Coach Prime recruited. Or that's somebody that Coach Prime believed in. So we are at a standstill. Half of the young men that left, okay, they're 1-11 team. They're Coach Durrell's and Coach Mel's people. So we're gonna get rid of those people. Anybody that comes with Coach Prime that leaves is Coach Prime's people. If you say any of Coach Prime's people leaving, that means you don't believe that Coach Prime knows how to recruit because you said get him up out of here. And I know that's going to go over some people's heads because it's either one way for you or it can't be the other way around. That's going to go over some people's heads. I get it and I understand it. Oh, man. I understand it. Here's another hit. Here is another hit. Oh, I love it when the hits come. Come on, Harold Mitchell. Harold Mitchell, why do you do this? Why do you do this? Did Angela say I should stop talking to you? Did Angela not say I should stop talking to you? I can't help it. I'm human. Harold, thank you so much for bringing me back. I enjoy your channel for entertainment purposes only. I don't expect in-depth football knowledge on this channel. Let me sip on that. Dang, he's an agitator. God bless your heart, Harold Mitchell. God bless you. I'm going to do you like Coach Prime be doing those people. God bless you. You are a wonderful man. You know that? Harold Mitchell, you are a wonderful human being. Okay? God bless you. You tried it. But think about it. The fact that I can entertain you, a win is a win, bro. A win is a win. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many ways to look at that. On one hand, you said, Harry B, you are entertaining. And I love your show for that. And I will watch you on YouTube, which is the reason why I'm here. If I get too upset about me not like having football knowledge for you, I know you got ESPN, you got Stephen A. Smith, you got Speak, you got other channels to go to for football knowledge. I know that. And I've even admitted on this channel that I don't have the best football knowledge. I rode the bench in a PG County High School on my football team. I don't claim to have the most knowledge about football, but I do have extensive knowledge about football, and I can turn that knowledge into into concepts that make people understand basic concepts about football. But you want to use that to crush me. But on the other hand, you're giving me a compliment saying I can entertain you, which is what YouTube is all about, entertainment. If I had all these football acronyms, I would probably be somewhere, on somebody's TV show. So I understand it. There are other channels that got good football stuff, but if I'm the one that's entertaining you, then a win is a win. So a win is a win, bro. Harold Mitchell, thank you so much. A win is a win. Listen, a win is a win. A view is a view. A click is a click, bro. Oh man, that one hurt. You hit, that was below the belt. Oh, you tried it? But thank God for the Holy Spirit, man. Thank God for the Holy Spirit. Because this is one of those type of comments where, man, when somebody says that to you, you be ready to go in. You be ready to type. Ooh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to say this. Thank you, Harold Mitchell. And we share a common name. You're Harold and I'm Harry. Dang. You try to cut me deep, man. Marcellus, what you say? You said, I like the channel. I don't want it to change because you're getting compliments from haters. Okay. If I say something that compliments or that perks the ear of somebody who's not necessarily a hater, they're just somebody who's been saying stuff like You guys need to be more careful. Somebody like Surf, he's been around for a minute. Like they're saying, hey man, you need to be more careful. Look at the facts. We gotta do a show where we divide haters from criticism, like constructive criticism. We gotta. I think we should do a show. Maybe next week I'll try to find a way to do a show. That how do you define a hater, or how do you build it? What does a hater come from? People who have constructive criticism that may not be on the hype train, they're not all haters. Some of them, yes, I mean the way that they frame what they're saying, it can come across as hate, but not all of it is hate. Some are just constructive. All right. And that's what I've taken the liberty to be able to do. And I said, I thank my people, because a lot of the people that are here, some of them, they want to hear that at first, and it only allowed me to do it when we started losing. They started to accept it more like, oh, okay, so go ahead, do you? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I want you to understand, like, if I prick the ear of somebody that's been like, yo, you telling the truth, or I agree with what you're saying, it doesn't mean that I'm like now starting to work for them. And I told them straight up, man, you're still a hater. I'm not trying to please you. I'm just talking to try to protect the ticket. I'm trying to protect the ticket now, because this is my ticket. I don't hide anything. I don't run from anyone. I'm not afraid of anyone. I don't care who you are. If you can beat me, if I meet you in the streets and you can beat me, I will still put up a good fight, because I ain't afraid of you. I don't care who you are. You could be 6'10". I'm still we balling. Let's go. That's just how I am. I wish my son had that, because his wrestling coach said he ain't got that killer instinct. But I don't care how tall, how big you are. If you got beef, we got beef. Let's go. But yeah, it's like, I'm not a violent person. I'm not saying I'm going to be violent with anybody, but I just want to let people know, like, hey, I'm not afraid of anyone, hater or not. I just speak my truth. So, at the end of the day, we all got to protect this ticket, guys. All right? The show, I only got like 10 more minutes. At the end of the day, we all got to protect this ticket. I don't know how some of y'all look at the ticket, but this is my ticket. I ain't hiding it. I had other channels that didn't take off. This one took off. So I got to protect my meal ticket. All right? Like the G Unit guys should have protected 50 Cent more, or however they had to do, like what is Bobby Brown's group? Like they had to protect Bobby Brown or whatever group, okay? Protect, the cross movement should have protected who should a cross movement protect? Or the gospel gangsters, who should it have protected? I got to put some gospel people in there. So cross movement should have protected the ambassador, because the ambassador was the star in that group. Or the truth, no, the truth was not in cross movement. Yeah, New Edition. All right, New Edition should have protected the Bobby Brown more, or cross movement should have protected the ambassador more. All right, so I got to put some gospel groups in there. A1 Swift and all of them, right? We got to protect this ticket, guys. And how do you protect this ticket? Proceed with caution. That's the best way to protect this ticket. Proceed with caution. Celebrate. Get hype, because that's what sports fans are for. Let's break the internet when we get one. Let's break the internet. But with that, don't start throwing out crazy things like my guest, Ronnie. Ronnie's like, win Natty next year. No. Stop that. Don't do it. Okay? Because then, now you're inviting some other things to come to you. Oh, y'all going to win the Natty next year? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Okay, so you don't think Georgia's going to ante up? Because that you gotta go through the SEC to win a Natty. You're gonna have to go through all of those teams that are on that list to get to the Natty. You're gonna have to go through. Y'all think the Natty is just like, it's just out there? Anybody can just grab it? Huh? Oh, we're gonna go through every team and then just beat. Nah, not yet. Not yet. Is it possible? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But should we be the one perpetuating that kind of energy? It doesn't make Coach Prime look good. Because when it doesn't happen, guess what happens? The clown emojis go up. All right. Ball win is a goal. 8 wins, that's great. All right. We want to go to a bowl. You are a cool, funny dude. I gotta go back to work. Catch you later. Peace out, man. So yeah, I mean, like, somebody gotta tell you this time around. Who gonna tell you this time around? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be that guy to tell you that we're gonna be good. I always thought we was good. That's where I always stand at. I said we were good this year. I said the team that we got was an 8-4 team, and there was even at a point where I said, "Whoa, we're gonna be 10-2." We gotta listen, guys. We got a darn good team. I'm telling you, Coach Prime knows what he's doing. He's gonna pull it together. If we get a happy locker room, if we can get a bunch of guys in that locker room that can get on one page and lock in on their whatever their mojo or whatever their family element, whatever they got to do, if they're happy in that locker room, if the adults this time they're laughing together, they don't mind that Bucky's all around, they don't mind that Uncle Neely's around, they don't mind that the cameras and everything. When the heat comes, when all the troubles come back, if all of those guys are like, let's go, if all of them are on the same page and they don't care about whatever narrative is being spun by the minions, when people are creating fake buff fans to then create chaos, fake chaos. Because if you don't know or not, if you know it or not, people will create fake fan pages, fake fan channels, fake fan newsletters, and they will put out stuff, and they will say, and then they will panic on purpose to say that it's us. Propaganda is a beast. Propaganda has many heads, guys. When all of that starts to happen, when all of your friends, when the season is not going the way that you expected it to go, and chaos ensues, if the adults in the room are happy and everybody's like, you know what, let's lock in. Not Coach Prime start dealing with demons again. Not Coach Prime fighting internal demons again. If everybody's like happy and let's say, let's go, I'm telling you, man, we're gonna be dangerous. We're literally gonna be dangerous. Coach Prime got pieces in there that are dangerous. But I need us to be a cohesive group together. And we're going to be dangerous together. I'm telling you, man. Can we win a natty? Yes. We got the pieces to win natties. Who don't get it? Who don't get it? Who don't get what I'm saying, guys? Carolina Boy 17, did you just agree with Harry and ask for his Cash App? It's on the screen. See, boy. Oh, I didn't even know that Carolina Boy asked for my Cash App. It's on the screen. It's right there. $ TLP Sports Club. Right there with the green. I'm be real. I'm be real. I don't think Colorado can win a natty year in and year out. According to Harry, we should be careful how excited we get because haters will dislike us if we don't celebrate quietly. Wait, you folks just go with anything. That's what you heard? Well, call me poison. Okay, poison. Yeah, your mind is poison. Your mind, because if that's what you heard out of what I said, then your mind is being the poison in your mind is not allowing your brain to really hear clearly. So that's too much poison for one person to be dealing with. You said to call you poison. That's the only reason. I don't disrespect people on my channel, but you literally said call me poison. So I'm calling you poison. All right. So the poison in your mind is clouding your judgment, and it's clouding, Yeah. So don't let the poison in your mind cloud your judgment, because that's if you heard that, because I have evidence, because we just went through a season. Like, isn't it not relevant that we just went through a season where we overhyped everything, including myself, where I overhyped everything, and I never cautioned anybody to just be careful, right? Like some people were saying, and we just hyped, and then when we got beat, we got hit in our gut. We didn't know where to go. We didn't know where to place that energy anymore. When people started talking down on us, then a lot of us started turning on Coach Prime and his personality. We started calling Coach Prime, calling Coach Prime out, and started saying Coach Prime needs to change this, he needs to change that, he needs to do this, he needs to do that, like as if that was the reason why we were losing. Some people started saying, get rid of the gold whistle on your chin. People were saying stuff like I know the reason why we were losing. Get rid of the gold chain, get rid of the gold whistle. Don't say this, don't say it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, these are the reasons. This is why. Expectations are high. So if you're saying, if this is what you got, then yeah, poison. Your mind is poison. Okay. You said run the video back and play it again, smart guy. You said call you poison. So no laughing emojis now. You said call me poison. So I'm calling you poison. That's it. Never at any point did I say, be careful how excited we get because haters would dislike us if we don't celebrate quietly. I'm saying we got to protect the ticket, because our excitement and our enthusiasm, when we go above and start making proclamations, and we start saying stuff like we about to win a natty, and the things that we say out of our excitement, when we get overly excited and we say certain things, we're not protecting the ticket. We're not allowing Coach Prime to have his bravado, because we overhype everything he says. We take things that he says and we take it to that next level to mean something that it shouldn't mean. And then people come for him. And we create some of the narratives. We create some of the hate that comes for him, because then the reporters and everybody else, they're taking what's on social media, what we are putting out there because of what we thought we heard Coach Prime say, and we're so up here. And then when those things don't transpire the same way, we're putting him in the light where we're putting him in a position where he can't be himself. You got to start walking certain things back because we overhyped what he said. We make these videos where, like, some channels literally say we about to win a natty. And you get enough of those videos, people are going to pick them up, like the media, as if it's Coach Prime saying it. Well, you know what? I think Angela said, Harry B, don't explain yourself no more. Let me not say it no more. All right? Let me not say no more. Like Angela already told me. I'll tell you what, allow me to make a video on it with just what you said earlier and ask viewers out of the coach like mindset. Yes, I'll give you permission. Go make a video. Go make a video. As long as you don't take me out of context, just don't take me out of context. Just use the part of the video where I tell people to make sure that we're protecting the ticket. Hopefully you can call it protecting the ticket. We got to protect the ticket. We got to make sure that Coach Prime is put in a good light, because we overhype things. We overhype things, and then we blame Coach Prime for that being him. All right. Make sure you tag me in there too, because I want to get some of that views. Because you can't be the only one eating. I gotta eat too. I'm on here. I gotta eat. So guys, it's 3 o'clock, 3:02 on the East Coast, guys. It is 3:02. This show is finished. But man, that's it. This is what I like. I like the fact that people can come on here and disagree with me. All right. Purple Orca says, Harry B, last thing, you have a favorite Christmas movie? I don't know, man. I think I do. But you got to ask me on the next live. Say, did you come up with that? And then I'll probably say it. But listen, man, we can disagree to agree. We can agree. We can not, the Grinch. No, I don't think that's it. I think the type of Christmas movies that I like are those that have to deal with family. Those where, like, we're going to Big Mama's house, people are going on vacation, and they're dealing with family issues, and they're coming together in the end. Those type of things. Home Alone could probably be one of those, but I like family movies where people are like gathered around and it's all about the family. I like those movies, man. And my family loves, because I'm a filmmaker and all of that stuff. My family, we love movie, man. We have family nights where we just watch movies and eat junk food. That's why my face looks all bloated and my stomach is getting bigger. I think it's more than that, but still, doesn't matter. Guys, it's been real. It's been a great show. On the weekends, I'm going to put out some videos. Monday, we're coming back with more. All right. I'll try to make a weekend wrap-up show. I believe that's either going to be Sunday night, 7 o'clock, where we do a weekend wrap-up show. At Sunday night, I think. I don't hold me to it yet. I might do one of those. All right. But listen, it's been a great week. We had great shows. People agree with me, disagree with me. If we can keep it civil and we can keep it respectful, if they're not calling me crazy names, it is what it is. Drama sells. Listen, we're going to throw boxes on this show. We're going to say Harry B don't know what he's talking about. It's all great because that's what the drama is. The drama is what pushes the algorithm. Because obviously, if nobody disagrees with you and you don't have nobody watching, whether they agree with you or not, then you ain't got nothing. If nobody's disagreeing with you or ain't nothing going on, then you're probably not onto something. I know I'm onto something. And some people don't like that. Angela Gaines, man, I appreciate you. Good job, Harry. I got you. All right. So, Erica, thank you for watching. Derek Scott, thank you for watching. Wild Dog, thank you. Purple Orca. My God, thank you so much. You don't agree with everything, but I respect you anyway. That's what the show is about. You know what I'm saying? Carolina boy, we don't always agree, but you know what I'm saying? You contribute in your own way. Oh, man, the contributions are great. Wild Dog, you know what it is, Wild Dog. Come on, man. Call me Poison. I did call you Poison. You are Poison. Silicon Slick Media. If you're still here, salute. Angela Gaines, Capio, thank you so much. Erica Ransom, thank you so much. Just being myself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Whether you love it or you hate it, it is what it is. Guys, you know who I am. That's it. That's all I got for you today. I'm Harry B. And that what you just witnessed, the good, the bad, the ugly, the hate, the love, and everything else, that's the Liberian perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Peace out, guys. I love y'all.